Good evening, and welcome to Oxford's Ashes, a modern-day Vampire the Masquerade chronicle set in the British city of Oxford. Already awakened for the night is Rose of Clan Malkavian, played by Lady Dark Scarlet. Barry of Clan Nagaraja, played by Noscavian. And his beard. Rami of Clan Hakata, played by Space. Ebony of Clan Ventru, played by Softinomicon. Hadfield of Clan Brujar, played by Daybreakathon. And Slip of Clan Nosferatu, played by, we like to call him Vamp Daddy, but he also goes by the name of Slippery Nosferatu, because he is thirsty and moist. And Acheron will be joining us at an appropriately dramatic moment, having already woken up the White and doesn't want to deal with the consequences of such. Speaking of which, the coterie are in the bottom subterranean floor of the laboratory, having made their way through. Acheron, in a moment, controlled by the beast, decided to feed the patient that has awoken and screamed at them, turning out to be White. Fortunately, Rose has also joined them, probably led there through the Malkavian cobweb. Creature stands in front of you. Jagged claws, razor-sharp teeth, fearsome bones and muscles are exposed. Who would like to go first?
I'm a B machine gun boy.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm swarming this man with the hive.
Is that a roll for that, or is it just a rouse check?
The bees are famulous, so it is neither. They just go and die for me.
It's a -2 penalty to the White, I believe.
Yes.
Just on physical rolls, or is it just dodge?
It's everything. They're just covered in bees.
Who would like to go next?
I will activate prowess and I'll go punch it.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. Ooh. And then my potence is +2 damage.
Five damage. Barry! You ignore the cleaver hanging on your hip, decide to crack your knuckles and step forward, smashing your fist into the White's chest cavity. You hear several bones crunch as your knuckles impact upon bone. Next.
I would like to, as it staggers back, kind of catch it and do the exact same thing Barry did from a different direction.
Strength, bro! And at this point, it's going to hit you back.
Yeah, valid. I would too if I were it. But I'm going to activate my my prowess.
Yep. I gotta do a reroll on 3 of them. That's appalling. At least I made it better. So that's 1.
It's a crit now.
Oh, it's a messy crit though.
I should also probably reroll a thing.
Yes.
Let's reroll Hatfield.
Oh.
Lovely. That brings you to 6, and that means that you are winner. What's your potence?
2.
And you are going to take... Well, it's a crit, but either way, it's a messy sword. Hatfield! You grab the white by the skull and start to crush, hearing bones splinter under your strength. The white attempts to reach round and get out. Fortunately for it, it can. However, in doing so, it is still severely hurt. Next.
I can stab it.
Stab, yeah. One or
Yeah.
two-handed?
1. Just like
Dex.
a scalpel.
Melee.
There it is.
What it can do is dodge. And it's a second dodge, so it has another penalty.
Oh no! Oh,
Sticking with it.
I'll reroll this 3. It's still the beast, but you know.
It's only a beast if you fail.
Oh no, never mind.
And I'm going to reroll.
Now it's a crit.
That's,
Oh.
That's a proper full-on crit as well, so that's 4, 5, 2. Very nice. Rami! You take the scalpel out and plunge it straight through the creature's eye, ramming the blade down and opening what little flesh is left. You watch as dried vitae slowly oozes from the wound and dribbles down the creature's cheek. Next.
I'm gonna do something I
Ivory.
probably should have been doing. I'm gonna do something I probably should have been doing for a long time because I do have this item. I'm going to pull the gun that I know how to use out of my purse that I never did before because I'm dumb. I think I'm gonna rouse the blood for this.
Mhm.
Because I don't trust myself against a white, even though it's getting harmed multiple times. Ooh. Took a minute. Is firearms and what to fire a pistol?
Composure. Firearms. I gotta reroll 3 of them because that's
I was about to say, there ain't no fucking way I'm playing this game. You ain't dodging out of the way, bitch. You're taking this.
You fire off a single bullet. It cuts through the air and impacts directly in the already wounded creature's eye, smashing off a small section of skull as it lets out a scream and howl of pain, but somehow is just barely still standing. Rose.
Can I look around the room to see if there's anything I could use to ram it?
You'll be able to find a particularly large, loose piece of stone. A traditional kindred weapon, of course.
Yep, I grabbed the stone.
You're
To
going
thwack it.
You're going to cane enable this thing.
Yeah.
Would you prefer? I imagine that's going to be a fuck it, it's Scarlet. I imagine that's going to be a two-handed jobby.
Yeah.
Strength, melee.
Okay.
Rose, you attempt to smash what is left of this white skull in. Unfortunately for you, it is running too much on instinct and quickly dives out of the way. Let's see what I can do to salvage this.
Eh.
I too will rouse for prowess. And I'm going to attempt to grapple Slip.
Oh, okay.
Strength ball.
Strength ball.
Strength brawl.
All right, we rouse for this. Yeah. Oh, fuck. You'll never get me.
Unless I do. But I did.
Shit. All right, I'm going to roll 3 of those. Hold on. Wait.
Alright, I'm going to roll 2 of them.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Oh dear.
Absolute necessity.
Shit.
You'll never get me. Cover the
You'll
jam.
never take him out.
Slip.
You're right, I'm not going to get you. Slip. You dodge out of the way as the creature wildly throws its arms around, reaching out for you, attempting to grapple you and restrain you. But fortunately, due to your natural moisture, you are unable to be caught. Slip,
Why
what would
is
you like
he
to do?
moist?
It's Nosferatu.
Are they moist?
He is.
Oh, it is my turn.
Kind of waxy.
God help me.
I will tell you it is quite obvious there is not much of this white left. Really not much at all.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'll try to Superman punch it like a badass. Watch me fail.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna rouse for this. Never mind, I guess.
Yep. Slip! For a brief moment you consider the best way to destroy this creature. Shrug to yourself, clench your fist, and simply punch through the air, right in what's left of the face, smashing the skull into several pieces. It falls to the ground onto its knees and turns to ash before the body even impacts the floor.
Oh, word.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Well, I will begin recalling the swarm inside my body. Okay, everyone all right?
Looks
Surprisingly
around, looks at Ebony.
Fine. I feel like that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, no,
was
I'm with
it?
you there, boss. I'm with you there.
What was it? Why was
Oh.
it like that?
Rose, there you are. We need to talk
There.
later. That was a white.
What?
A white.
No, a white.
Like a feral kindred.
Mm.
Oh. 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 Disgusting.
That's what happens when you don't keep your wits about you.
Noted. Hmm.
Also,
Well,
you and I need to have a fucking conversation. Again, I want you to understand. You and I are going to talk.
All right.
Not-
I mean, the last time I saw you, were taken away by a wolf thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's
you
true.
all right?
That's true.
All right, there's
Yeah.
multiple things we need to talk about. Hatfield, don't let me forget about. Don't let me forget. I need to have this conversation. More important things for right now.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
anyways, but we gotta be looking around this place. We got stuff to find. We're here on a mission.
Yeah.
I'll look around while they're talking.
Would you prefer wits
Same
and
as
awareness or intelligence and investigation? Slip, I'll give you your own roll in a mo.
Intelligence investigation.
Roll away, please.
Yeah.
Perfect. Rami, you look around the surgical area, for lack of a better word. You know it's been mostly stripped, but you check drawers, cupboards, finding almost all of them completely bare, until you find an empty, small plastic bag, similar to a blood bag. Most of the label has faded away, but you are able to make out the words milk and honey prototype. Hey, Lost Tribes. Slip, would you prefer wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation?
Do wits and awareness for this one.
Roll away.
All right. Let me reroll 2 of those. God help me. My brain.
You use all your good rolls.
Yeah, true. No regrets though.
It was great.
Barry would try to. Oh, sorry.
Hang on, Barry. Slip! You begin to look around this room, and it's in that moment the beast takes over. Why should you do these menial tasks for these incapable kindred? You just put down a fucking white. They'd be useless without you. They'd be like lost puppies. You could no longer use teamwork and perform any action that avoids establishing dominance or
damn it.
challenging authority at a 2 dice penalty to all of your pools. This compulsion ends when Slip has 1 and gloated over it. You are suffering from the dominance compulsion.
Okay.
Barry, what would you like to do?
I want to sort of search the area, see if I can find anything abnormal.
Would you prefer wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation?
I'll do wits and awareness. Okay.
Wonderful. Amongst the debris, you eventually find a piece of paper, mostly faded, aside from a few broken sentences and words. What appears to be several lines in, the rat once affecting dead cells only. Carried by Red. Connect. Close to humanity. Guarantee sword. Rami.
Hey,
Hang on, before it.
Yes.
As soon as Barry finds this, you are taken over, not exactly by the beast, but you have a vision, and you know that there is no longer anything here of interest to you.
Right.
Hey, I found this crumpled piece of paper, this sort of note. It's not super legible, but I think it has something to do with that blood stuff we're investigating.
Do tell. Slip will slide over and attempt to collect the paper.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
also go over.
Whoever gets there first, Barry would hand it.
If Slip wants it first, that's fine.
Yeah, he will take it and scuttle away with it and kind of frog perch in the corner and read it greedily.
Are you?
Fucking Nosferatu.
Is he okay? Or is this normal?
Nosferatu shit. Don't care.
Alright. Yeah, I found a... Ooh, I'm into wait for that. Sorry.
Probably
Yeah,
the sun.
I don't like this bag. I don't know. It says milk and honey prototype, but I don't really know what it is. But I don't
Well,
think
seems like
there's
the
anything.
prototype of whatever they were developing here.
Yeah, it's just a weird name to put on it. There's no residue inside the bag, is there?
No. It is long dried out.
Alright, I'm still gonna keep it.
Like my love life.
Stop. I don't think there's anything down here, though. Or anything left.
And of course, Acheron crawls out of the shadows. I say crawls. Strides out of the shadows.
Hi, everyone. Right. So what do we find out?
Sort of turns
found
to Acheron and gives a very bland look of you woke up that white why.
Quite frankly, I didn't mean to. I was actually trying to inspect it, and then a little voice in my head told me to do it, so I did. It wasn't my original intention there, but you all seem whole, so no harm, no foul.
It was a trifle.
A trifle? I mean, well, actually. I guess since all of us were here, it kind of was.
Again, wasn't my original intention. But sometimes you just can't deny the beast.
Hatfield's just rubbing temples, just exasperated.
Oh.
So, you're not really telling me much, so I've got nothing to go
I
on.
believe
Well,
this is the bottom of the well, yes.
Barry found a paper and then Slip took it, and he's over in the corner, so.
Ah. A paper? Can I
Yeah,
have
I
a look?
found it. It's kind of broken, just a couple words, but it sounds like it has something to do with the blood thing we're researching. I handed it to Slip and he scuttled off with it. So you have to ask him.
decided to go crouch in a corner like a fucking gremlin.
I mean, he does that. It ain't anything
he's-
new.
I know he does that. I still am gonna call him out on it.
Okay, boss.
But he's our gremlin, and that's what matters. Slip? Can I have a look at that paper?
Perhaps when we are back at the vehicles. I'm puzzling over it at the moment. You shall have it for sure, though.
Good. Remind me, I have something for you later. Right,
No.
so are we done here?
I think so, yes.
Nothing left to investigate then?
No?
Then we probably shouldn't stay here long. Imagine night is running out.
It's fair. Well, let's get in the damn car and leave.
As I'm walking out, ST, because player wasn't here. What happened to the white? Where'd it go?
He got punched.
We killed it.
All right. Okay, so it's just ash on the floor. Cool. So as everyone goes, I'm gonna bend down, and if I may, take a bit of that ash with me.
Yep.
What do I have? Is this hidden at all? Like, were you
Not
just sitting
even a
beside?
little bit.
Okay, every one of us
Not
saw
even
it.
a
Got
little. Yeah, if you want to. Like, if you guys weren't already walking out the door, I just kind of bent down, grabbed the ash, and put it in my bag.
I just wanted to know. Just wanted to know for
Yeah.
later.
I was gonna
Wasn't
ask,
secret.
when I stabbed the white, did I get blood on my scalpel that I can examine later?
If you want,
Because you mentioned it was bleeding. Okay, I'm just curious. Because I would put it in like a bag or something instead of just letting it dry.
Yeah, once we get back out, gonna go to the car and drive us back to the Haven.
Absolutely.
Unless anyone else would like to make a stop.
And as the car is driving through the night, is there anything you would like to talk about? With dawn swiftly approaching.
I assume they were experimenting on the white.
Oh, after. For sure. I don't think there's any doubt.
They must
In
have
fact-
been strapped up there a long time.
Possibly a patient zero. Or something they were able to curate those strange pustules that we found earlier.
My question: was it a white when they were experimenting on it?
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
It was probably kindred.
Yes, you starve for long enough and you'll become one. So they just, clearly something happened here that had nothing to do with the white itself. Right? Possibly an experiment gone wrong, something found them out. Who knows? But it's been here a long time. And never left. It didn't, it's one of those things where even as a white, when you're just your beast, you see your captors being killed. It's not like you're going to be so out of it that you don't leave. No, something kept it there.
It woulda if it coulda, but it couldn't, so it didn't.
Something kept it there.
Shiv.
Yes.
When the note says, he's still poring over this note in the back. When I see the rat with a big R, in my little nos brain, the size of a peanut, does that spark anything for me?
I don't think there's any point in making you roll. If you remember, during the initial introduction of the manuscript, there was mention of a Mr. Rat.
Hold on, did you just say Mr. Wrecked?
Mr. Rat.
So I'm looking over this note back here.
Shiv, please spell that last name.
R-A-T.
Okay. I was hearing R-E-K-T.
I'm looking over this note back here, and it makes mention of the rat. Big R, you must roll it. And I'm remembering when we were first introduced to one another, there was a Mr. Rat that was referenced. So this is something to keep in mind, perhaps.
Weren't there in that manuscript, like there was like a humanoid person, and then like their face was a rat?
Now that you mention it, I think you might be right.
Huh.
Bless you, by the way.
Thank you, I have an allergy to rats.
Question. For Slip. You... Now, I don't want to be making generalizations, but I recall you previously mentioning that, I believe it was someone else you knew that was also sick with the same condition.
Yes, my sire.
Did they have an alias that you didn't know about? Or even maybe amongst your clan have talked about a Mr. Rat before?
No, Unfortunately, rats are a common moniker amongst my clan, so a dime a dozen. Mr. Rat is the best I could come up with. I would be looking into it for certain.
Yes, I think we all need to look into it. Right, well, at the very least, now we have a name. We've got a better lead than we had yesterday.
That's fair, actually.
Rami, did you take samples of those strange little plants?
Yes.
Good, good. We should look into that as well. With
Let's
this
do it.
ash I've collected, perhaps we can do a comparison.
Yeah, I have a little bit of blood from that white as well. I was about to say wraith again. But not white as well, so I can always... I don't know, see if I can find anything. And then, we took the... What was it? The machine... centrifuge. The tubes from it. But I don't...
Oh, yes.
Ooh, yeah, I don't think I'll find anything from that.
Mayhaps there's some sort of residue. But there was initials on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we can find something linking to those initials. You know what we should do as well? We need to pick up food. We've got Kine in the house who will need to eat. I'm gonna make a fucking bang a Yui to a food place so that I can grab some food for
You'd be able to
the
go to
Kine.
Burger Emperor, McDougal's, something like that, you know. No problem.
Mm-hmm. I am willing to do a rouse to make myself not look as dead if that's necessary.
That seems gratuitous.
All right then, cool.
It's the middle of the night at McDonald's. Everyone's
Yeah.
dead.
It feels a bit weird making you do a rouse check just to go and pick up some Arkansas fried
Quick food.
chicken.
Yeah. Cool. So I nab that up real quick for our Kine that's back at home, and then head back that way.
Pick up a Big Mac from Burger Emperor, no problem.
Absolutely.
Head back. Is there anything you'd like to do or chat about as you are back in the Haven before you rest for the day and embark on the night ahead of you?
Quick question, Shiv.
Yes.
We had a whole car ride. Am I done mentally chimping out now?
Nope.
Well, I'm going to scuttle off to my hole, and this note is mine.
I'll let you get over it for the morning after the day rest.
You
Unless
got it.
you want to gloat or anything like that, or anyone wants to have last-minute conversation.
Nudges the boss, gestures at Rose, questioning
Oh, yeah.
glance.
Thank you for reminding me. Already doing it. Grabbing Rose by the wrist.
Oh,
You come with me now.
okay.
And I'm dragging her upstairs.
I am
Throwing her in,
following,
like,
of course.
Yeah, throwing her in one of the rooms. I'm popping those fucking earpieces out, making sure both Rose and Hatfield don't have them in. And actually, most importantly, is Jim still here?
He's not visible.
Oh, of course not. The minute I've shut the door, I was taking us to Rose's room where I left him. I'm just gonna in the middle of the room like, Jim, are you here?
Maybe.
Just come out here, please.
You mean, come out here? I'm already here.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see him yet?
He's not visible.
You know,
guess at
you
least
were
you're in
right,
one room.
Jim. We were all white.
Yep, you were very
What?
right.
What?
That sucked.
What?
Hey, Jim.
Hey! Fucking scary lady. How you doing?
Scary? Why am I scary? What? I'm not scary. No, I am. Ruh.
And that is at the point he will crawl out from underneath Rose's bed.
Huh.
Stand
Nodding.
right in
Little
front
weird,
of
Jim.
Rose. Like,
Honestly, not the worst hiding spot.
No, I
Alright.
mean, none of us looked.
Don't
Now
be
that
rude,
our-
Jim.
Now that our little group is together, Rose points
Hi, I'm
at
Jim.
Jim. Explain.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Jim.
hi.
I got acquainted with Jim while you were gone. Can
Did
you
you?
tell me? Well, we talked.
See? That's
Shut
very
up.
different from being in a... What?
All right, Jim. We'll get acquainted at another point in time.
Oh, that'd be
Rose.
nice.
Yes.
Where did you get Jim, and why is he here? In your words, specifically.
Well, I had a feeling, and I followed it, and it led me to Jim.
In the background, just slide Jim a box of crayons we snagged on the way home.
No,
Oh,
thanks.
absolutely.
I'm not hungry.
Jim, were you in the Marines? Oh no, Shiv doesn't get the joke.
I get the joke, but Jim doesn't.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Mhm.
Can I ask where this feeling came from? Was this a personal feeling? Fucking Malkavian feeling? What are we talking about here?
A bit of both, I suppose. I think.
Boss, no
I-
offense, but what the heck kind of question is that?
Look. It's a bad question, but I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know how to ask this question. Rose, I don't like being surprised. Just warn me if you're going to do something like this.
Wait. How was I supposed to warn you when you got taken away by a werewolf?
That is
You got
absolutely...
taken away by a werewolf, and you told me to stay where I was, and I was alone, and I had questions, and I had to find it from somewhere, and I found a gym.
Yes, damn irresponsible of you, Ebony. Well done, Rose.
Oh, I'm becoming Mother Superior. All right.
Does Slip hear Ebony getting mulched over the earpiece?
No, I
Took
we
the
took them all
earpieces
Took
out.
them out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, fuck you. I specifically took them out.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if one of your presents is in this room or not, but...
I was just about to say that in the chat.
Not the one you gave me.
All
Pretty
right.
sure
That's been
Hatfield never took it
squished.
out.
Oh, happy.
All right.
I think what the boss is trying to say here is that from this point moving forward, no adopting any strangers without the boss's consent. Is that right, boss?
Yes, Hatfield.
Question.
Yes,
How can
Jim.
you adopt strangers with consent? Because, I mean, if you had consent, then they're not a stranger at that point. So,
Yeah, that's rather the point. If they're a stranger to Ebony, they don't get adopted.
why don't you just say it straight of, don't bring people you don't know here, and in which case Rose can then say, hello, I'm Rose, and other person can say, hello, I'm this person, then they're no longer strangers, and then Rose can say, would you like to come and live with me? Problem solved.
See, that's the thing. Nowhere in that little train of cause and effect is the boss getting asked.
Thank you,
But-
Hatfield.
but- The boss said no strangers. Very specifically, strangers. If they're on first name terms, they're not a stranger. I got you, Rose.
Jim.
I'd like to use demontation, please. I'm the fucking storyteller.
I'm fucking sorry. What did you just fucking tell me?
Rose. And I'm going to use demontation.
Fucking excuse me.
You do what you gotta do, Jim. You do what you gotta
Also, I'm sorry. Did you just Did we switch to Shadowrun real quick? Coming in. How do I stop this?
I don't.
Composure,
I don't know that you
intelligence.
can.
That I can do.
Do I know it's happening?
No one does.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
And the lesson is we don't invite people into the fucking haven.
I don't even remember what demontation does. Hold on.
It scrambles
It's
your
nasty.
brain.
Well, it does
You're about to
willpower
find
damage.
out, dog.
Yeah.
That's what it does. Scrambles your whole brains up like eggs.
How much? How much damage am I
no, you
taking?
can't. That's one superficial willpower.
Nice.
Genuinely forgot I was 60. I'm sorry.
You asked yourself.
Okay. Okay. So, that just happened. Well, so Ebony immediately grabs her head because that fucking hurt.
It doesn't. Not until
doesn't?
you're reduced to 0 willpower. Yeah, it's literally says
You can't
in the
even-
book, it's incredibly subtle, and you don't notice it.
The
until-
conversation is just mildly frustrating, which I think is the emotion you are feeling
Oh.
already.
Cool, I'm just getting angry. Alright. Everyone in this room, right now, is going
Everyone,
to... Everyone!
are you sure about
Wait,
that?
you want me to come there?
Are you sure everyone
in Rose's room.
in this
Jim?
room?
Please, do not.
I'm just trying to stop you from making a horrible mistake, and I'm going to use demontation again.
It's composure and intelligence.
Just going out on a limb here. Who else is in the fucking room?
Hatfield and Rose and Jim, as far as we know.
And the beast.
Yeah, them too.
Oh no.
What is your willpower at the moment?
Let me go take that, I
Actually-
assume what I have left.
You're going to take 2 superficial willpower damage from losing the confrontation.
So you want to know what I have left, I assume?
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
1.
Really?
I'm about to pass out.
I think with the beast, instead of giving you a beast roll, I'm going to give you an extra willpower damage. Reduce you to 0 willpower from demontation. And you are going to have, I believe, yes, it is compulsions. As Jim speaks to you, the beast rears up once more between your ears, screaming in your skull. Hunter and hunted, a vampire always needs to keep their eyes and ears peeled for trouble. You try to disengage from any perceived threats, suspecting anyone and anything. Any action not taken toward that immediate end incurs a 2 dice penalty. This compulsion ends when you have spent roughly an hour in a safe spot, and you are suffering from the paranoia compulsion.
God damn it. So I'm gonna say Ebony actually does just stop talking and like it's like those last words that Jim said of, like, are you sure everyone, like, melt into her mind for a second? And she just I guess eyes go wide. She like looks around the room really quickly, and just sort of like stops and like,
Hatfield was face in hand, just shaking head in exasperation and amusement. But when the silence, that's very clearly a something is wrong silence, looks up like, you good, boss?
Hatfield, you keep them in this room. Do you understand me? And I'm gonna run out past Hatfield and go to my room. I'm locking the door.
Okay.
What just happened?
Shrugs.
Guess she got sleepy.
Narrows eyes.
She injured
we
or
sleep?
something?
Should we sleep? It's nearly day, you know.
We could.
It's better that than not sleeping.
Exasperated sighs, sits down cross-legged, leans against the door.
And in the morning, Rose, we can have a little chit-chat. Just you and me. And me. And them.
Sure, Jim. We can do that. We should do that.
Wonderful.
Oh, yo, Rose, hang on to these crayons. I brought them for him. He doesn't seem... I don't know, take them.
Alright.
Your
Oh,
crayons
blue.
now.
Quite right,
Sorry.
Hatfield. We'll be safe here. You go to your own room, lock the door, whatever it is you feel you need to do.
Sorry, Jim. Orders is orders.
Your orders were specifically, we are not to leave this room.
Yeah.
We're about to sleep. Unless you think we're about to start walking in the middle of the fucking day.
I'm already sitting.
Are you though?
You can take my bed, Hatfield, if you want.
No, I'm fine.
Alright.
Very well. This is the best bit about being kindred. And he's just going to close his eyes and fall to the floor.
That's not weird.
That is in-character laughter. And Hatfield is totally prepared to just spend the day just sitting there cross-legged leaning against the door.
Oh, you're going to end up falling asleep as well, no matter how long you stay awake.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! No, definitely. But it was a sleeping sitting there.
Yeah.
Rose will get you a blanket and then go to bed. Tuck you in. There we
Over,
go.
Jim.
There we go. Sorry, Jim. Tuck you in.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Everyone, I would like you all to rouse, to awaken for the night ahead. You may take your composure or your resolve, whichever is higher, and add it to your willpower tracker. I had the feeling at least one of you needs that.
Fuck you.
So sorry. 1. Rose. Hatfield
Yes.
and Jim awaken together. Jim turns his head to look at Hatfield and says, "Told you. We're still here."
He'll kind of cracks, neck stretches. Good.
Do you want to go and make sure that Ebony can dress herself? Wipe her bum, maybe, or something? I'm not sure what it is you do.
Don't be rude, Jim.
I was trying to be considerate.
Sort of hesitates, glances at phone to check time. Shrugs, does the I'm watching you gesture with fingers, though more out of just, like, habit than anything. Sidles out to go find Ebony.
I would say,
Jim
I
is
was
going
going to say Ebony's in her room.
Lovely. Jim is slowly turning his head and tilting it as he focuses on Rose. Rose.
Jim.
The one that brought me out of the pan and into another pan.
There's a plan?
Pan! Pan! A pan!
Oh,
A frying
pan.
pan! Out of the pan and into another pan! A pan! A pan! Peter Pan!
Yes, I did.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Let's talk. Talking, talking, talking. That's what it's all about. Especially for our kind. Specifically us. You have questions. I hear questions from you.
Well, yes. I'm new, remember?
Sort of. It's hard to remember one voice out of the many. There are so many.
Well, that.
What?
That.
What?
The voices. What do you know of those?
The voices? I know what they are. What they might be, what they could be, what they probably are, what they might not be, though. I'm not entirely sure. No one is entirely sure. They could be real, they might not be real, but who knows? They're just constant!
I get feelings and phone calls, but...
You get phone calls?
Yes, I get phone calls.
They call
Don't
collect? Or do you have to, pay for yourself?
Oh, just
How do
like
you
a-
get signal?
It's one of those old-timey ones, with the weird dial thing, the round one.
Oh,
Yeah, the click, yes.
Yeah, they're
That's
nice.
the one,
That's
yes.
nice. That's nice. That's
It's
nice.
lovely
That's how
phone.
it starts.
How,
They
What
start
do you mean? How
with
does it-
little cracks in reality. Just small little bits. Maybe you'll see a poster with writing on it that nobody else can see. No matter how much you say, do you see what that says? Can you see what they just look at you? They just look at you. And that's one of the key points of being Malkavian, being Clan of the Moon, is being underestimated and valued at the same time. Kind of like the Nosferatu, except we're not necessarily banished to the sewers. Might be better for us if we were. Might be better for everyone if we were. Except for us. Wouldn't be very beneficial for us. Probably not the best of ideas, now that I think about it fully. It's very hard to think straight.
I'm getting that, yes.
You see, many of us can see what might happen. Many of exist in another place at the same time that they're here. And then some of us, both.
That does not make sense, Jim.
Well, you know about that internet, right? That World Wide Web. It's like that.
Yes.
It's all around us. Everywhere, all the time, but you can't see it. You just need the right thing to tap into it and look into it. And then there's this wealth of knowledge and information and comments on TubeU as well, but we try not to talk about them.
Alright.
Like that. And then the more you get used to it, apparently the easier it is to tune in on certain things. It's kind of like learning a cobweb address, a web address. It's kind of like learning a cobweb address.
Cobweb.
Except the browser is in your mind, man. But it's everywhere. And it's nowhere. It might not actually be real. Covered that. That's also part of it. Sometimes you get these messages, sometimes they're clear, crystal clear as the moon in the sky. Other times it could be fucking anything. I get drawings. Descriptions, more like. And then just... they guide my hand. Whoever it is at the time. I don't really know what they want, but they've never steered me wrong yet. Well... potentially.
Alright, so I'll try drawing. I need to learn this too.
Do you?
I don't know. Yes.
Take my hand.
Alright.
Pull my finger.
That's disgusting, Jim!
Oh shit, that doesn't work now that we're kindred anyway. Bollocks!
Ugh. Disgusting. All of this is very frightening. I don't...
Very, very frightening. Scaramouche and lightning.
Ah, yes, that too.
Sorry, I'm
Stop
sure
look-
Freddy Jupiter's in there somewhere.
Right. And the cobweb web in your brain.
It's just a cobweb, not a cobweb web.
Okay. So if I tap into that, I can find the others, right?
No. They find you.
Well, I found you.
Did you? Did
I
you
think.
find me? Where is the other one anyway?
Other one?
You know so much.
I don't like to. I don't know. I don't know that much.
Don't you know him? You know he's in there. Chipping away, taking control. Where do you go when he's in control?
I go. I don't know. I don't know where I go.
Maybe it's already inside you, and that's where you go. But you haven't learned to open the door yet. Or maybe the door is locked for you currently and will unlock in time. After all, you're only getting phone calls at the moment. Collect calls are quite annoying.
I don't like it when that happens.
There's a lot that you're not going to like. That's it. But you haven't asked me about the drawings. The drawings! Why don't you ask me about the drawings? You know you want to. You know it's
Right.
in there.
Yes. That's right.
Yes.
The drawings. They're important, and you drew us. Where did that come from? What is it?
I technically didn't draw it.
You didn't.
No, the other one did.
What other one?
The one that drew the drawings.
Do
Duh.
you have a name?
I'm Jim. Hi.
Hello, Jim. Does the other one have a name?
Probably. Be
You
weird
asked?
if he didn't have a name. Or she.
Have you
Or
asked?
they. I mean, it doesn't work like that. This isn't like one of those two-way conversation things for me. It's not quite like that. They are big and scary, and they just... whatever they want, that's what I get.
Right.
Kind of like Mr. Rat.
Mr. Rat.
Mr. Rat.
Do you know who Mr. Rat is?
I know he tortured and imprisoned whoever it was that made the drawings in the first place. This manuscript. By the way, you really need to come up with a name for these drawings and this manuscript thing. It's very inconvenient to just keep calling it the manuscript. It needs a proper name or something like that.
Oh, well, we can find something. Yes.
But anyway, you find Mr. Rat. You'll
Yes.
get a lot, maybe all the answers. And then it all ends. Probably.
Mr. Rat's dangerous?
Mr. Rat's very dangerous.
Right.
Whoever Mr. Rat is, they disguise themselves well. He's always been hidden. He must do something that has a lot of power. Not just of the blood, but in command of something big. Which helps level it down a bit, but also makes the task of getting to whoever it is that much harder. I'd look as high as you can and hope that that's who it is. Because if you make the wrong accusation to someone who's way up there, then you're going to be 6 feet under. Again. But that's alright for you, because you'll probably join the rest of them in there. Then you'll probably still ask me questions, won't you? And then Ebony's going to be all like, where's Rose? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. Not a fucking clue. And Hatfield's going to be like, and I'll be all like, what do you want of me? I just exist.
Huh. There's someone high up. All right.
There's always someone higher up.
Well, I've learned that already.
Oh, good. That's one of the most
That's
important
something.
lessons. Yeah, that's one of the most important lessons. There's always someone higher up shitting on you, so you get to shit on someone below you. Don't do that literally.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. By the way, the manuscript, whatever you want to call it, the fucking future files, I don't know. It's not exactly the future. Kind of
What is it?
It's what is going to happen if things keep going the way they're going. They don't have to happen that way. Someone can stop it. Anyone could stop it, but only certain people can stop it.
Right.
But you could also just do nothing at all and everyone dies. That's fair. That's an outcome.
Well, I'd rather not die again, Jim.
It's quite inconvenient. I've still got that library book I need to return. Fuck now, aren't I?
Yeah.
Imagine the fee on that.
I mean, yes.
And I will tell you, bank interest
Did-
is not that good, even if you're immortal. What?
It's a lot of information, Jim.
It is, isn't it? Did you know about the
I
Primogen?
appreciate it. The Prudiber?
The Primogen.
What?
Not the Prudiber. The
Primogen.
Primogen. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah?
I think I sort of know what they are. I think.
He was one of the first ones to die. And
What?
just came out, plucked him out of his haven.
Oh.
And it was his fault that
Right.
marked the start of the war. The Unchained knew he could predict their movements, and it was a signal to the rest of us to fucking hide. See, the Anarchs fear us, and the Towers they'd use us to death in their war efforts. So right now, it's hide or die.
So the Anarchs could be after me now, I suppose?
Only if you can see the future. Can you see the future? How many fingers am I about to hold up?
3.
Shit!
I can't see the future yet, Jim.
Oh. What about now?
No.
Oh. No, you're going to have to train on that then if you want. It's a lot easier to see the past.
Can you help me train?
Maybe. I don't know. Have you ever eaten someone's soul before? Wait, that's... Shit. Sorry, too personal. Have you, though?
Eat someone's soul?
You fucking did, didn't you? You took the big gulp.
What are you talking about?
Did you?
How'd you eat souls? We can eat souls?
Yeah. Well, this is where it gets a little bit philosophical. Is it a soul? Do we have souls? We're dead already.
Do we?
I don't know. Do you believe in the soul in the first place? That's
Well, Mummy was
usually a good
religious, but
starting
I'm-
point.
I've never really thought about religion, to be honest. I don't know. We can eat souls?
Yeah, I mean,
How?
depending. Well, basically, you just drink, and then you keep drinking, and then you drink some more, and then when you get to this thing called heart's blood, apparently it's really good. It's like strawberry jam without the great big bits of fruit in it. Brilliant. And then you just drink that, and then you're all like, I've eaten you. They might try and take you over. Sometimes they do just take you over. Oh, you should hear what happened to Mithras. He had
What
a bad
happened to
Tuesday.
Mithras?
Oh, he had a real bad Tuesday. He woke up one night, right? Woke up, killed a pack of lupine. Then he got jumped and eaten. How fucking annoying would that be? You're just standing
Very
over
annoying.
these corpses of werewolves, and then suddenly some lucky bastard, while your back is turned, just pounces on you, drinks the lot.
Okay. So he's dead. Dead.
I didn't say that.
Dead?
I didn't say that.
Not dead.
Well, don't know. That part of reality is kind of blocked off at the moment. Sometimes we get snippets. He may have joined in the Middle East. He may be dead. He may still be alive, but like really weakened. But then why wasn't he here? He may have, I don't know, maybe he took a holiday. He did used to go around a lot. Considering he ruled the fucking country, kinda, he would go around a lot. Brilliant holiday plan if you're the Prince of the UK, it seems.
I guess. Right. Okay, so it could be dead but not dead. Could be on holiday but not on holiday. Okay. That's good information.
Is it?
I guess.
Cool.
Like I said, you're very helpful, Jim.
That's how I'd like you to remember me by. I want you to remember me this way. Being helpful, calm, giving you information. Not the way I'm going to die kicking and screaming.
You're not going to die, Jim.
Sure, buddy. Sure. You keep that positive attitude. That's going to die in a couple of 100 years. You keep it as long as you can.
All right. I'll try.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Good.
Well, I want you to train me more. I don't want you to die.
That's not for me to do, I don't think. I can show you the path, the way forward, the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't go towards the light, you'll turn to ash. Don't go towards the light.
Light's
Turn away
bad.
from the light.
Light's bad, okay.
But at the same time, go to the light, because that's kind of a metaphor for enlightenment, and what you want to do is be enlightened to find this and open up this whole world. It's only a metaphor, not the actual light, though.
Right.
Unless it's artificial light, that's fine. That's
Right.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Okay. Okay.
The light at the end of the tunnel is usually an oncoming train. But then, if I'm going to train you, you're the train.
Yes, I am the train. I have no idea.
Be a train. Be the train, Rose. Be the train you want to be.
Yes.
Do you feel trained?
It's awfully trained.
My work is done. I will walk into the light. Wait.
Don't go
Are
in
you
the
being
light like that.
sarcastic?
No.
I did train you. I reached you. I reached my student. This is what mortals spend decades trying to do, and I just did it in seconds. I am a prodigy. You are my prodigy.
Yay.
I wish I could join you for the journey that's ahead of you, though.
What journey?
Well, you know, the journey where you fucking want to do in Pandora. You're going to gather up a few of the others and just, I don't know, storm the Winter Palace and throw bits of red paper while you're standing on the table or something. I don't know.
She deserves it. You know she does.
We all deserve it.
Or maybe some more than others.
That's definitely true.
We have to be safer, and she is one of the obstacles in that, so she deserves to die.
Well, I'm not going to change your mind.
No.
But you will need at least 3 others.
Okay. 3.
3,
Right.
at least.
Right, 3.
But
At
3
least.
of the main.
Right. Okay.
I'm not one of them.
There's... No. No?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Like I said, I open the door. You step through. That's not as good as the light one, is it?
It makes more sense. Doors make more sense, I think, than light.
That's true. And if the door's locked, you can still go through the window.
Yeah, right?
The point is, you've got to get through.
Yes.
All right, then.
Alright.
I'm Jim.
I'm not sure if the others like you that much, Jim. I'm worried for you. Did you want to stay here more, or did you want to go?
Don't like me. Why not? I've been nothing but
don't
accommodating to their every whim. These
Miss Ebony
children are
ran
telling me what
out.
to do, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Miss Ebony ran outside. I don't want them to get ideas or try to hurt you.
Oh, they will.
No, they won't.
Nature.
No, they won't.
Right, it's not personal.
It is to me, Jim.
Well, they can't kill me. They can't, like, end my life. I mean, they could, but they shouldn't. That's one of the things, you know, that even the Camarilla is like,
Right. Okay.
Called traditions.
That's something.
Don't know why it's got to be called traditions. Just call them laws. But no, they're going to call them traditions, and they're going to pretend that they've been passed down directly from Cain himself. And at the same time, they're going to turn around and say, Cain's not real, man. And it's like, look, you're just fucking picking and choosing. Pick a lane and stick with it. But that's a Camarilla for you. Don't need a fucking lane when you're in a tower. Towers don't drive. I always found that very weird. You know, in chess, when the rook moves, how do rooks move? Why does a rook move? I mean, they call us crazy, yet someone out there thinks a fucking tower moves on a chessboard. What's that about?
I don't know, Jim. I'm getting awfully confused and slight headache, but you know.
This is the point of the conversation where you go and find Hatfield.
I'll go find Hatfield.
I knew you would.
Mm-hmm.
Toodles, duckling.
Thank you, Jim.
So welcome.
Thank you,
Say
Jim.
hello to the dog on the way out.
I will.
Thank you.
No, rah. Goes out.
Hatfield, Ebony. This is probably bad timing, as I believe that Hatfield has to say hello to their own dog. But
You say that, but he just stopped barking.
oh, good. Hatfield, you
He knew.
be able to successfully find Ebony in her own room within the Haven. Is there anything the two of you would like to talk about?
Hatfield just kind of knocks on the door. Boss?
I'd say that Ebony answers the door. Ebony clearly just had a shower right after waking up as her morning routine. She just opens the door and goes, "Come on in, Hatfield."
Steps inside. They're still in the room?
I'm sure.
Uh-huh. You,
Well,
how you doing there, boss?
Last night, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
I believe I may have miscalculated something.
Okay.
I fear that I've underestimated Jim.
Didn't want the crayons.
No. I think Jim is going to be one of those people I have to watch my words around a little bit. Be a bit more tactful.
You know what? It's not a bad habit to start getting into, boss.
I think in my mind I just linked him to Rose and I made an assumption I shouldn't have, and it was stupid.
You know what? You shouldn't underestimate Rose, neither. You shouldn't underestimate nobody.
That's good advice.
Yeah, it's coming from me.
I hate it that you're always right, it seems.
What can I say?
But I guess that's why I keep you around, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that and the fact that I punch real good.
That is also fair. That's something I can't do, and I do like watching you do that.
So you're all
Knock at the
put
door.
together now?
Beep, beep,
Oh.
beep.
Oh. You want me to open that?
Who is it?
It's me.
Oh, yes, let Rose in. I'm gonna start getting ready.
Doo-doo-doo, door opens.
Hello.
Hello, Rose.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
I have a headache, but I also have questions.
Same.
Where did you go when the werewolf took you? Do you have bites? Are you alright?
Ebony just sort of points to a chair next to her, I forgot the name for those desk things that have mirrors on them that you sit in front of.
Vanity.
Vanity. Points to a chair next to her vanity. Sit down.
Beep.
Okay, first things first. Middle of the woods. Werewolf dragged me off. Hatfield stopped it. Draw the luck that we got away. Honest. I had some bites, but, well, they healed. Got rid of that. Still a little bit of pain in my back, but I'll deal with it. What was the next question?
I'm glad you're alright.
Thank you. I'm glad you're alright as well. Seems I underestimated Jim. A bit more impressive
Jim-
than I gave him credit for.
Jim's a lot of things. Confusing mostly. But he drew the book, drew the manuscript, or the the Book of Future, or whatever he wants to call it. So he's useful.
Oh,
Yes, he is.
you saying he drew the thing proper?
Yes.
Actually, wait. He did draw the. I mean, I knew that the drawing was
Like
similar.
the style was the same, but like I wasn't gonna assume nothing.
Well, he said he did, but he didn't because it was one of the others.
Oh, okay. One of the folks in his head, right? All right.
Uh-huh.
So Jim for a given value of Jim, got it.
Rose, I do not envy you.
Probably a good call. It's just a whole lot of being connected and not connected and seeing things and it's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Ebony's gonna reach her hand out and like gently touch Rose's shoulder.
Perhaps.
It's all right.
I
Existence is terrifying when you're like us.
I mean, I'd say it's terrifying in general.
You know, fair.
That's fair.
Any more specific questions?
I'm just really glad you're all right. I mean, I need to learn from people like Jim, but I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're still here.
That's when you hear a really sharp knock on the door.
Ah!
Oh, everyone's just coming to visit this evening, ain't they? You want me to get that too, boss?
Yeah, give me a second. And it's like rushing to get one of the wigs.
There's a
All right.
slow, quiet count to 10 before opening the door.
I'm good.
Acheron is standing there, probably just took a shower as well. And is wearing a button-down shirt, but it's like opened. He hasn't closed it yet. And he's got like slacks. Hasn't put on shoes yet, but he does have socks on.
Nice.
And he just like looks at Hatfield, gives a smile. It was very like good evening, right? And then kind of just tilts their head just to see past Hatfield and looks directly at Ebony. Then looks at Rose and says, "Could I borrow you for a moment?"
Me?
No, the person behind you. There's no one behind you, Rose. I was talking about you.
Oh. All right.
right.
No.
You seem a little jumpy.
I'm fine.
Don't worry, I won't bite.
Miss Ebony, do you mind if I'm borrowed?
I think Ebony's gonna look at Acheron.
Yeah. Lots of scars. You can see like from the open shirt, lots of scars and tattoos and stuff you see under there, but yeah. It just looks right at you like, you're gonna let me borrow her.
Rose?
Hmm?
As long as you are alright with it, you can go with Acheron. I don't have any issue with it.
All right.
I assume Acheron will behave himself.
Of course I will. I would never do anything without Rose's consent.
All right. Gets up. Heads towards the door.
Yeah, Acheron just like leads you down the hallway and probably, I assume we have this, because this building itself is like isolated, that we have kind of like a backyard. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
So I like lead you outside. And I reach up and I just grab your face and I turn your ears. Do you have your earpiece in? Cool. I don't either. And says, right, so I wanted to borrow you because we've got some things we need to talk about, dear.
All right. I'm all ears.
So, the other night, you came here with Jim,
Yes,
a stranger, but a friend to you, yeah?
I think so.
Rose, I'm not saying this in a patronizing way at all,
Mm-hmm.
but more so I've lived a long time, even before I was this. I was something else. So, when I say you need to be careful because you are young, understand I mean it as just that. You cannot think he's a friend, you need to know he's a friend. That goes for anybody. Myself included. Ebony included. You have to know who your friends are, because if you don't, then that's a liability. It's a problem in the future.
I understand.
So I'll ask you again.
Mm.
Is Jim your friend?
Yes.
Good. Because you're gonna need friends. You know how risky it is to do what you're doing against her.
Yes. I think.
There's that word again.
I know. No, I understand. I think how powerful she is, and what she can do. I've seen it. She can't do it anymore. To those like me, she can't.
What did she do to you, Rose? Agron takes her arm and starts just walking around outside with her to sort of help her think before she starts talking.
It wasn't. It wasn't pleasant. I didn't consent.
I understand.
She does that to others like me, and that can't. It can't be allowed to continue.
I agree with you.
Right. She scares me.
She should. Not just because of what she does to people like you.
No.
But because of her position. It's not just her abilities that make her powerful, it is her position within the tower. Because she could do anything to you. She could do anything to anyone. As long as she skirts along their traditions, she can get away with it, and it's her word against yours. So, you want to do this? I will help you, but you've got to be smarter. And you've got to move quiet. And you've got to make sure those you bring into your circle also are quiet. Because you drop Jim off here, and he yelled what you planned to do to us. Well, Ebony and Hatfield weren't there. No, Hatfield was there. I can't remember. But what I do remember is that Harry, Romy, and myself were there. Slip was in another room, so he didn't hear it. But he said you planned to kill Pandora. Now, he said it to us. So in a way, it's safe. But what if you brought him somewhere else and he said that?
All right, yeah, you make a point.
Because what she did to you, you think that's the worst. There's always worse than that. And she won't do it to you. She'll do it to someone you care about, and she'll make you watch. And then when you're begging her for death, she'll laugh in your face and not give it to you. So, if you're going to do this, you have to know you're going to do it. You've got to move smarter, and you've got to be quiet.
Right. Okay. I have to find 3 others.
3 others like you.
Yes.
Any idea on where you'd find them?
No. But I got a feeling about where Jim was, and I went, and he was there. So, something like that, or I can use the phone again.
Phone?
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I have one other question I want to ask you.
Alright.
It's really important that you tell me the truth, Rose.
Alright.
Who else is in there with you?
In where?
The other day, we were out. I grew quite very accustomed to your voice and really good at remembering voices, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
What came out of your mouth wasn't you. Something else, someone else.
I get headaches, and I get headaches. I always have, and something like I apparently I change.
I see. But you don't know who.
No.
Did you get headaches when you were human, before the embrace?
Yes. I got overwhelmed. And Daddy sent me to a doctor.
Did he?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I understand, and it's okay. I see you. Now, my concern is simply this: that you and the other aren't aligned in plan. Because if you want to kill Pandora, but it doesn't. You might end up telling on yourself. Hey, it's alright. It's alright. It's okay.
Acheron, are you out here?
Oh, there he is. Yeah, right here with Rose. You're alright.
Oh, with Rose. Nice.
Yes, I'm with Rose.
Let's the whole mosey on over.
Oh, fuck. I've interrupted something.
You're alright.
Oops.
What is it you need?
I owe you a note.
A note! Right.
Yes, you know how it is. Was unable to share it with you previously.
Well, I'll gladly take a look at it.
He'll hand the note over.
Yeah, I'll inspect the note. Give it a read.
You know what this note is? Is it the note from the thing that you found?
Yes.
Oh!
The rat wants the space for words. Affecting dead cells only. Carried by red. Connect. Close by. Humanity. Guaranteed sword.
Right, so hold on. Carried by red blood cells. So speaking about the disease, probably come from Mr. Rat. Guaranteed sword, right? So guaranteed way to get rid of us. It's pretty direct. The missing text, is it missing because it's been like blacked out or
It's faded from time.
just faded? Okay. Okay.
Mr. Rat is in
What?
there.
Yes.
Mr. Rat is
The
apparently-
rat. But
Right. Yeah.
Mr. Rat,
I think
I
that's
have-
true.
I may have found out some more about Rat.
Oh,
What did you find out?
Higher up. They're higher up. But we have to be careful about who we point at. They're higher up.
they are a higher up in the tower.
Yes, I think so. I think that's what it meant.
Oh,
But we have to be careful.
wouldn't that be a laugh? All of this was some sort of anti-anarch project. Or something silly like that. It got out of control.
That would be exactly how history has already gone.
Well, let's be careful then.
You don't, Rose, you don't have much knowledge about kindred history.
No. Mm-mm.
You should learn it.
Okay.
One of the big things that kindred did, they fought each other. Specifically, the Anarchs started from kindred that no longer wanted to be controlled by their elders. And because their elders would use them as essentially fodder in whatever war they wanted to start. They used things like the church and various other human factions to manipulate and compel. And then it all just became very messy. So the Anarchs really started from that. Not wanting to be controlled.
Apparently the Anarchs are after my people at the moment, apparently.
Really?
Mm.
Interesting. Makes sense. Malkavians can be a little scary.
Yes.
Speaking of which, how long do you intend to allow Jim to stay with us, Rose.
Oh,
Hospitality only goes so far.
I think he won't be here much longer.
All right, then.
Mhm.
I shall give him no trouble.
Did
I
he say he
appreciate
was
it.
leaving?
Basically, it's very difficult to really understand what he says. You sort of had to look between the lines.
What did
Hence
he
the
say?
headache.
What did he say?
Indeed.
That he doesn't think he'll be here for much longer, and that if he did, he'll probably die.
Well, probably.
I don't want him to die. Please.
Right. Oh, well, I'm not gonna kill him. He's
Just
useful.
saying. He's very useful.
Oh
Shay.
no, if we were going to get rid of Jim, we would simply incapacitate him and deliver him to the Harpy.
Don't!
Right. Well, it's not anyone's intention. You know, so long as he's not loud.
Sure.
Again, he's useful.
It's very useful.
But if he stops being useful, and he starts becoming a problem, problems have to be dealt with.
Heard that somewhere before.
Well, for now, we don't have a problem.
Good.
Right. Well, that's all I needed, Rose.
Alright.
I need to talk to Sid.
Oh.
Do you have a
All right.
question?
No. No, I don't think so.
If you do, ever, for anything, come to me. I'll help you.
Alright.
Same,
Talk to you later.
but
Oh.
with different stuff, I imagine.
We still have a deal.
Do we?
Yes.
Deals. We're doing deals now. Interesting.
Yes.
I do not recall.
No, I have to go. Bye.
Farewell.
Making deals, are we? Hopefully ones that ensure her survival. She is also useful.
I don't know about all that.
Really though, let's try to keep her alive. She's starting to get phone calls.
Oh, I was there for one of them.
You were?
I was.
Interesting.
Yes.
I have something for you. Don't open
All
it
right. Do
Open it
not
when you're
open
alone.
it now.
now. Open it when you're alone. Really alone.
Are they tasteful at least?
Oh yeah, it's gonna look like a paperweight. But
Oh, excellent. Well, so sweet.
Sometimes. They reach into their pocket and pull out. It's like a fist-sized, large burrow stone apple. And the type of stone that it is, it's like a greenish color.
Mm.
And they hand it to you. And you can see when you get it that there's like a little hinge on the back, so clearly it opens. And then Akron just gives a little wink and a smile and heads back into the haven.
Meanwhile, while all that is going on in the Garden of Betrayal, Rami
There's
and
no
Barry,
garden yet. We haven't built a garden yet. Stop it.
I assume it's like how the middle of like psychiatric hospitals have like an area to walk around.
That's what
like
I
that.
was-
yeah,
with the
hedge.
Okay,
With the hedge.
meanwhile, away from the back deserted courtyard of Betrayal, Rami and Barry are sat together in the main below ground seating area of the haven. What are you two talking about?
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully, we'll get the Kodoi together here in a little bit. and I'll head over to grandmother's for dinner.
That's tonight.
What?
That's tonight?
It is the next day, right? Yeah. Yes, that's tonight.
Oh, I was just double checking. I don't know. I wanted to look at all that stuff that we got. But we can do that first. It's fine.
Everyone, I believe everyone will be coming except for Slip. He wanted a doggy bag, and then he is going to call in, so we'll have him on speakerphone to join us.
He agreed to that?
Yeah, I tried to get him on FaceTime, but he said his face would break his phone or something like that.
Oh, well, it would break traditions, right? Is that what it is? I'm so
Oh
learning.
yeah, something like that. Break the tradition. Yeah.
But I mean, how are you feeling about everyone meeting your family?
Oh, I think Grandma Bean will like everyone. I think it'll be a good experience for everyone.
You're not worried something bad will happen?
No, why would I be worried? Nothing bad is going to happen. You guys aren't planning to kill my grandma, are you?
Wait, look like I'm planning to kill your grandmother.
No, you asked me like, am I worried about something bad happening?
I mean, you've seen how we all are together. Sometimes it's a bit chaotic. I just hope your family is ready for chaos. That's all.
I mean, it's dinner. What bad ever happens at dinner?
Aren't there like movies about people getting stabbed at dinners? Or that new movie that just came out.
Me thinking
about the
about
dinner.
Hakata dinners, being like, "What do you mean?"
Was I the only one thinking of the Red Wedding?
No, but also that, also the Red Wedding.
Look, plenty of things can go wrong. What if we all get like knocked into torpor and then our body used for like soup? I don't know. I don't think that'll
No,
happen. Just a
Grandma
suggestion.
Bean wouldn't let that happen.
And you're sure about that?
Yeah.
How long have you been a kindred?
A while.
How long is a while?
Player hasn't decided.
I noticed after I asked.
Some years.
Yeah.
Some amount of
A while.
time.
Long enough to know that like it'll be okay at this dinner, nothing bad's gonna happen. I'm a little worried, that's all.
Grandma Bean's nice. She wouldn't invite you over for dinner and then try to kill you. That's not her style.
Alright. I do have a question for you. It's gonna be a little weird. I kind of want to experiment on everyone here.
What?
I want to experiment on everyone. I have ideas for Akron already in Slip. I have an idea for you, but I need to make sure that you're okay with it. And it's not gonna happen today. It'll be sometime soon, though. I have to.
What's your
make
idea?
So you eat flesh normally, right?
Yeah.
I want to see what happens when you drink just blood normally, so I can write it down.
I mean, I can drink blood. It just doesn't fill me up. It's not enough.
I know, but like I want to see it.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. You're not into science. You wouldn't get it.
Akron walks in the room
Wow,
at this
okay.
moment. Walks into the room at this moment and says, "She wants to cut you up and see your insides." That's all.
Whoa.
I'm
First of all-
kidding. I'm
She
kidding.
said-
I was totally kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Kind
First of
maybe
all,
that's not-
that's not what I'm doing with Bear. That be what I'm doing with you. That's different.
Right, that's fine. You can take a
Mhm.
look at my insides.
Can
I was only kidding. It's a joke. Don't worry.
Can
I'm just gonna
I
cut you
please walk in on the Acheron okay with being an open line?
And of course, Hatfield is
Okay.
in close pursuit as well. Of course, Rose will be able to
I
scuttle in.
wanna put that Ebony definitely forced Hatfield into wearing real clothes because we're going to dinner.
Wait, what is he wearing?
Yeah, what's Hatfield wearing?
I'm more interested in what Hatfield normally wears. If Hatfield's only just been given
Hatfield's
real
clothes,
clothes now.
Like,
Hatfield's
kind of cut
shirt
up
is
and
a torn up, sleeveless
Duct-taped.
item that's duct taped and held together by safety pins.
Yes, it's true.
So Hatfield is now in a very tasteful black button up and black pants.
And is looking rather grumpy about it.
I'm pretty sure that I was the only one, but when he said the real clothes thing, I was like, Dobby is a real... Dobby is a free elf!
Hatfield is a free dog!
Give me a shadow, I'm running for it!
Hatfield
Okay,
is still wearing the collar, though. The collar is
Right.
still on.
Just tasteful. Hatfield, you look great. You look really good.
Hatfield acknowledges the compliment with a nod, but looks no less grumpy.
Have you?
Who's cutting who open?
I'm cutting
Oh.
Alcaron open.
Yes, she
Oh.
wants to look at my insides.
Hmm.
I guess.
I mean, technically you don't have to cut, but I don't mind it. I could just open up, but like, you know.
Yeah, I'm planning on asking all of you. I just asked Barry to experiment on everyone. So, in one way or another.
Science is important, you know.
Hmm. It's
I guess
you
at
know,
least you're asking permission.
yeah, it's interesting how kindred bodies work, and I'm curious.
Frankly, the more you know about kindred bodies, the better it will help us with
Mhm.
plague. Also,
Still working on that.
I figure the note, and you know, he holds up the note from the previous night. Pretty straightforward, I think. Whoever Mr. Rat is high up in probably the tower, or in some position of extreme power. And this mention of red blood cells, but it only working on dead cells. So red blood cells is how it transfers, and then it only activates in dead cells, which in a way, it already begun to figure out.
Slip with us.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Can I borrow one of your bees? Not right now.
Is this for science again?
For
Yes. You know how like I did it on the mouse and like they weren't infected by the plague. I want to know if it would infect your bees.
well,
Or are your bees already like because of you?
yes, they would already be infected, I would imagine.
All right, never mind.
You can examine one to confirm.
Not right now, but like maybe after the dinner.
Will it kill the bee?
Oh no, I just need blood, like a tiny bit to look under a microscope.
For a
Like a
little
tiny-
bee?
Yeah,
Is there a chance it might perish?
possibly yes. But
I will give you my least favorite bee, don't worry.
All right, all right.
Oh,
Your bees aren't small. I don't know if
Wait a minute.
they're rather
Wait a
large
minute.
for a bee. They're not
Your
bees.
bees are individuals? Do they have
I feel
names?
bad for whatever bee you're handing over.
They need names once.
Even if it lives, it's gonna go the rest of its tiny life knowing it's your least favorite.
How do you
I don't
deal?
know
How do you
that.
tell the difference?
They're
They're
all
insects.
ghouls. It doesn't matter to me. I can listen to them and hear their words, and they hear mine, and it's all right.
Ew.
Oh, good contribution, Rose.
That is disgusting.
What is
Oh.
this? It's a. What do you mean?
It's not so
Mm.
much.
Judgmental.
Well, it's not as disgusting. It is kind of interesting.
Ew.
All
It's a
right.
bee. What, you don't
Rose, I
like
think
bees?
I think Rose
Calm
thinks everything's
down.
disgusting at this point.
Bleh.
I mean, look, they're vital pollinators. They're very important for the ecosystem.
All right,
but
now
they're
technically,
not
actually
those-
bees, all right?
Those are not. Those are
Just
not.
wait,
bees.
hold on.
thank you,
Yeah,
Echo.
why-
Wasps and hornets pollinate
They're not
things
bees.
too.
They're
Oh,
very
yes.
large killer hornets. That's what they are.
Yes, they have a lot of territorial tendencies and a photographic memory. So if you piss one off, it remembers you and where you live.
They're
Are they-
beautiful. They're wonderful creatures.
Does that mean that you're their territory?
Sounds like
If I am damaged sufficiently, they try to repair me.
Useful.
How do they repair you? Do you just eat them? Wait.
Let us hope we do not.
Up in the video game, he just starts popping bees like jelly beans and heels.
Well, it's that some kindred that have that ability. They eat their pets, I guess, and then they feel better and they heal themselves. It's something like that, right? I think so.
No, they
No.
begin filling
They
in
have-
the empty spaces with their own structure.
Okay, I was gonna say they have first aid training, but I guess that's not what you
Bleh.
meant.
No, they're basically they make him a
Oh, I
hive.
rose! Come on.
Oh gosh, I love it.
So basically, Slip is a hive, and
Mhm.
they protect the hive.
Yes.
That's all.
That does make sense, but that. Ugh.
Nothing to be grossed out.
Thank you.
about.
Bleh.
Weak stomachs is what I'm
Just-
seeing here,
It's just surprising.
which is not going to
Yes.
suit you because we're going to dinner tonight. And then Ashron begins buttoning up their shirt.
I heard Slip wasn't going, so
Do have
No,
fun.
he's too good for the party.
Slip will be on speakerphone though.
You got him to be on the phone.
Brief,
I-
envious eye contact with Slip.
You got him.
I have
to-
agreed. I have agreed to a phone call with Grandma Bean. I don't know that I'll be there for long, but I will
How
make
decide?
like a Christmas call. You know, like a brief "Hey, how's it going? Sorry I couldn't
Oh.
make it. Maybe next time."
I thought we agreed to you being on speakerphone during the dinner.
We sure as fuck did not. I agreed to a brief, polite, courteous phone call with your grandmama. No
Sure,
duration
no.
was specified.
I think it was speakerphone during the dinner. I mean, I did want the face timings, but I did agree to say like, no, you don't need to show your face as long as the call lasts for dinner.
I mean, you do realize I will be setting up the haven while you are gone.
Well, you've got the earpiece. You could just walk and talk.
Harry, why don't
Not
we
wrong.
just treat Slip like the unwanted stepchild and don't tell Grandma about him?
Terrible. No, nobody wants to be an unwanted
No.
stepchild.
Slip,
You gotta tell
Honestly, I think
someone.
Slip does at the moment.
I can't.
Slip
Right.
is my friend
think you'd
and a
prefer it.
valuable member of our coterie, and Grandma Bean
plus-
wants to meet all of my friends.
Yes. Plus,
I am that second
Barry's
thing,
already
yes.
told Grandma. We can't disappoint Grandma. Come on now.
Oh,
She's a sweet
goodness.
old thing. A phone call's
You know-
not gonna hurt anyone.
I am happy to listen. I will speak very little, but I'm happy to listen and be there while I work.
Thank-
Look at that.
Barry, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we shouldn't bring up at dinner that your grandmother would be very upset if we talked about?
I don't think so.
Oh, quick question. Is your grandma one of us? Or is she human still?
Oh,
Speaking
yes.
of fuck.
Yeah,
And
they're
I
all
go and I
adults,
grab
to my
more
knowledge.
food for our human and deliver the food and then come rushing back and I'm like, right. Is she human or is she one of us?
She's kindred.
Yeah.
Oh, all
from
right then.
What I learned is Barry's. Is this your entire family?
Oh no, not the entire family.
Most of them, though.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
it depends. Yeah. Some of us are kindred, some of us are, I guess, revenants or something of the sort.
Fucking what?
Right. Hakata.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ghoul families.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, like, eventually, maybe they'll become kindred. Maybe.
Yeah,
How
maybe.
long- How long
Wild.
does your family keep their ghouls?
I don't know. I guess it just depends. You know, some members of the family just never show the right amount of gusto.
Usefulness.
Yeah.
See. Very interesting.
What happens to them?
Oh, they die.
I said die or get kicked out of the family. One or the other.
They die.
Same
You
thing,
can't-
really.
Speaking
Oh,
of dead or
ghouls,
kicked
right,
out, if any buzzwords are used while I am on speakerphone, I will hang up.
Right.
Buzzwords like what?
Kindred words.
Like all this shit we shouldn't be saying around humans.
Yep.
Our words.
Because of the phone, very SI, sometimes listening in.
Oh.
You don't want to out yourself and grandma that we're not human.
But
So-
Slip gave me a fancy secure phone.
It doesn't really
Ooh.
matter too much.
Yeah, that makes it better, not great.
Mhm.
Okay.
It can still be gotten into.
We will be careful, of course.
Alright, cool.
Alright, well, I'm ready.
Yeah. I was gonna ask Slip if he wanted to look into the centrifuge, but I don't know what you would find. I don't know. I'm so curious about it. That's all. Like where it came from.
I can look at it from a technical standpoint.
Yeah, that's what I was curious if you can find out where it came from or like what the sample letters mean. It's hold on, I'll write it down for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Leave me a little list of instructions, and when I'm done with everything else, I will hop to.
Yeah. Oh no, I write down like the abbreviations from all the samples and like the petri dish numbers. I don't know if we're gonna find a connection to what they mean, but I can also put it in chat if you want to, if you don't have it.
Before we leave, Ebony is going to be slightly busying herself with fixing Hatfield's outfit up properly, i.e., allowing Hatfield to roll up the sleeves neatly, and she pops pops one button so it's down like 2 instead of 1. Probably showing a little bit more, and then just nods and goes, "Perfect."
Throughout the whole thing, Hatfield just is wearing the look of long-suffering exasperation.
Look, I was
Hatfield
nice enough
well.
to not make you button it up.
Hatfield does not comment, but the look does not change.
What'd you feel about their people wearing like duct tape jewelry?
That earns Rami a glance, but no words are spoken.
Alright.
Right, well, do we want to take one car or several?
Might as well just take one car.
I was gonna say we take
Well.
more than one and I'm so sorry for interrupting you.
It's alright. You can continue.
Oh, if we take more than one, it might make Barry think we're gonna try to leave. And we have one car.
in my van if we need to.
Hilarious. No, I have no
How much
intention
more
of
seats?
leaving. No, I have no intention of leaving. I'm quite interested in meeting Grandma. So, we'll take my car then. Hatfield, would you like to drive?
There is a shrug from Hatfield.
Tosses keys.
Catches them.
Do you? Let's find out. Dex and athletics, please, Hatfield.
Okie doke. Okie doke.
Fair enough.
Acheron, Dex and athletics as well, please.
Do I hit him in the head with them? Is the question.
Oink.
I might. I don't have fucking dice for this. I don't know why you're making me roll this, my guy.
For fun.
Because
But hey,
because
here we are.
Acheron, there is no fail for this. You're setting the difficulty level. Unless you roll the beast. Oh, well, there we go.
Oh, I see.
Somehow,
It's a light
Acheron
touch.
does a very messy, impromptu throw that fortunately Hatfield is just barely able to catch, just as messily as the key was thrown.
Neither of us are dignified. Neither of us end up
Hey.
looking cool.
I
You both
mean,
tried.
It's It's a good thing the intention wasn't to look cool, but to literally give you the keys, and you are not right next to me, so like it's cool. It's totally fine.
I'm not going to make that a regular thing. I just thought it'd be a giggle. I'm sorry.
I regret nothing.
Okay.
There are no regrets.
None whatsoever. I was, the only worry was like maybe I throw it and I hit him in the face. Like, I was like shit, I'm sorry.
And had that happened, I'd have taken it.
But yeah, climb into the car.
Yep. The kindred leave their haven, heading straight to the kindred carrier, and gently drive over the pebble-filled courtyard, with Barry giving directions on the way towards the restaurant. As you travel through the bright city, streetlights passing you by, house windows, bright lights piercing the veil of night, is there anything you'd like to talk about en route?
Not related to talking, but can I, on the way there, make a, something to, make, Hatfield's outfit, him feel better? Like a bracelet or something out of, duct tape?
It's so cute.
Sure.
That's what I want to do on the way there.
Why not?
She's, actively doing it.
Why not, yeah. No problem.
That's legitimately adorable.
Just piece together a little duct tape bracelet. Right. So, any things of etiquette that we should have, Barry, at your grandma's house? No
Other than just be
dildos on
polite.
the table.
Oh, just the normal stuff you'd have at a dinner at your grandmother's house. Be polite, enjoy the food. My grandma's a great cook.
You know what
I'll
she's
let
making?
you know. Oh, go ahead, answer that. That's a good question.
Something very special, Barry. A 3-course, I think it's a 2 or 3-course meal.
Yeah, I'm sure she's made some stew or soups or something set.
Alright. I have no frame of context
How
on
the
how to speak
fuck
to
did you get
grandmothers.
engaged? Hang on. Let's talk about this. A lovely 2 or 3-course special meal. Barry, his immediate reaction is, yeah, stew or a soup, Hey, do you want to go out for a lovely meal? I'm going to take you out to the soup kitchen.
Some people like
Making it out of
soup. You're
pure
being
meat.
judgmental.
And blood. What the fuck
some-
you think it's gonna end up being?
Some
I'm
people
trying
like
to-
soup.
I'm trying to think.
Half of us are a liquid diet.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of liquid foods that everyone can eat.
Right. I don't
thing
have
I
any
already did.
context on
Well,
how
thank you,
to
Sam.
I'll
talk
fight
to
you, Chef.
grandmas. I
Can you
broke
flirt
my
with her?
grandma's fingers. No, what I'm saying is I fucked up my grandmother. So I don't actually know much about grandma relationships. And so I'm going to need probably some guidance because I don't want to be rude. She's so kind to let us come over to her home to have this dinner. So if you could just let me know, how does one deal with grandmas?
Be really
Okay.
nice and talk about how great Barry is to her. I think that's good.
Okay. All right.
Actually, yes. That sounds about right, damn.
That's it, though. Is that the whole conversation? We just talk about Barry.
Possibly.
If
I'm not really sure.
Well, it's like don't speak until you're spoken to. If grandma asks you about yourself, then you talk about yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's
Grandma's
my
going to want to know all about Barry's friends he's been spending so much time with.
Well, that's my problem, Barry. I don't know how well your grandmother is going to take who I am and the things
Why?
I've done.
Their family are
'Cause I'm-
cannibals, Acheron.
I mean, who knows what Granny's
That's
done and who Granny is?
Being a cannibal isn't necessarily very high on my "you've done bad things" list.
Who
There are
who
worse
do you
things.
They
Cannibals.
literally must have butchered hundreds of people by this point.
Who do you
well.
think taught me how to butcher?
Right, people have to eat, So the cannibalism is low on the fucking list for me. It's more so you see, Barry, I radiate a certain energy, right? That sweet old ladies don't necessarily like. So I just want to prepare so that I
don't think
don't
this is
freak
a
your grandma
normal-
out.
This isn't a normal sweet old lady.
She sounds sweet to me. I don't know.
Yeah, she sounds sweet to
Okay,
you,
well-
so I bet that she'll think just as highly of you.
Yes.
But I'm not.
I bet you're right up her alley.
I don't have that on my list of things. But all right, look. If you're telling me I don't have to worry, then I won't worry. But then don't get mad at me if I say anything crazy.
Your energy seems fine. I don't understand what you're radiating.
You know what, Barry? You are a fucking treasure. And I'm gonna say a lot of great things about you.
Great.
Akron just sitting in the backseat looking like a fucking shark. Love it. Yeah, okay, cool. So, dinner at Grandma's gonna be fucking great. We're gonna have a good time.
Sure.
Barry does have the flaw obvious predator. So.
Oh, so we just both look terrible. Wonderful. Cool. Yeah, me and Grandma are gonna get along great. Nothing to worry about.
And at this point...
Sorry. Earpiece. Hey, Slip. Don't forget, our humans in the house. Just so you don't get spooked that maybe she's moving about. Persephone's there too, but, you know.
She's locked in somewhere, right?
Well, she's with Persephone, so, you know.
Okay. All
In
right,
my
as long
room.
as I don't have to carry a bludgeon, that's good.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm warning you, so you don't, get spooked and then knock her out, and now we've got another problem.
All right, cool.
Jim's there too, so, careful.
Fucking
Full house
Jim.
there.
Be nice to Jim.
Tell Jim exactly how you feel.
Jim is still a secret, and therefore I am being very polite to Jim.
Look at that.
Thank
Jim's
you.
gonna be fine. Nothing to worry about.
And at this point, we shall take a break while everyone thinks of nice things to say about Barry, and we start planning the spin-off series, Slip, Jim, and a Blackjack. Good evening. You must be Bartholomew's friends. I'm Grandma Bean, but you can call me Grandma. Who are you all?
Akron steps forward and says, "Lovely to meet you, Grandma. I'm Akron."
What a lovely young man. Please come in. The rest of you all, I'm so
go right
excited
in.
to meet you all.
Ebony is gonna walk forward and just, hello, I'm Ebony, and this is Hatfield.
Good
Field nods.
evening. Good evening. What a strapping pair of young Canaanites you are. The rest of you, come, don't be afraid of Grandma.
Yeah, I'm gonna step forward and be just kind of put her hand out. Dr. Lagramora Anka.
Doctor! Dr.
Yes.
Bartholomew. Doctor! Doctor!
And just call me Rami. Rami is fine.
Rami, of course! It rolls off the tongue! Rami! Wonderful, wonderful. Is this everyone?
No, we're missing one right here.
Who was?
Hello,
No!
Grandma. I'm. Yes. Hello.
Hello, Petal. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a little pun there. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Are you the
Pleasure to meet
rose
you.
between two thorns?
Yeah.
More than you know, Grandma.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Well, come, sit. I have prepared something exceptional for all of you to enjoy with us tonight.
And my last friend, he couldn't make it. He's feeling a little under the weather, but he's going to phone in, so we can put him on speakerphone. Do you want me to call him now when we sit down?
Oh, of course. He could at least enjoy through the power of the Telefonica network. Yes, yes.
I will dial Slip.
There's a loud sigh in an empty haven, and then he answers.
It's already
Hello.
going better than I thought.
Slip. I have Grandma Bean here. Grandma Bean here. Slip. I'll hold up the phone.
Ah, yes. So good to speak with you.
Hello? Hello? Are you there?
You don't have to yell, Grandma. He can hear you. Speak
Oh,
normally.
you can hear me all right? This is working?
What? What? Oh.
Oh no.
Hello?
What?
Are you inside of it? Are you on the other side of this?
I can't hear you. I'm very tiny right now.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm so glad you're here with us. Please let Bartholomew place you in your place.
Yes, gently. Don't drop me. I'm very tiny in here.
When I sit down at the table, I'll set the phone down.
Amazing.
Be careful with him. He you don't want him off
Oh.
balance.
We
Whoa.
must be gentle.
Oh.
We must be gentle with Slip. He is the He's the weakest of us, really. Physically, I mean, just a frail thing, Grandma. So
I
extra
can
careful
see.
with him.
Of course, yes. Is that why he's not here?
Yes, like,
just
like
not doing well.
Oh,
Like
you
a
poor
deer.
young man.
Like a baby deer. That's
Good
also-
those deers that get that wasting disease. That's basically Slip.
I see. Well,
yes.
of course we must start with wine. I have a very special 2015 vintage Beaujolais. I did far too much research for this out of game. It has a sunny, dry spring, followed by ideal flowering conditions of the year. Summer veered between very warm and hot, with a series of heat spikes, all alleviated by periodic rains and cool nights. Harvest began early on August the 24th. I really did do too much research. The wine is dark, generously fruity, and slightly heady and chewy. Acids remain bright, and thanks to the cool nights, it has remained wonderful and fresh for you. It shall be served from a French college teacher for your pleasure.
You are just the best, Grandma. Doing all this just for us.
It's simply my pleasure for you're all Barry's friends. You too, Slippery.
I couldn't hear any of that. Can you repeat it all very slowly?
Off.
Oh, duly noted.
Grandma, you're the best. Thank you.
Yes, I can't wait to taste the wine.
I will go and get the vessel now. Please. You'll have glasses in front of you. Finest crystal.
The fanciest.
And she'll shuffle out.
You get
it.
Click.
It's alright,
And,
we'll call him back.
For the record, instead of sitting around the table with the coterie, Hatfield is standing behind Ebony's chair in the position of a servant.
Right. Okay. And as
Oh, I'm gonna.
she's-
Sorry. I was gonna give Hatfield that bracelet that I made on the way here.
Slight nod, slipped on the wrist.
That's
Hatfield, you gotta sit. You gotta sit.
Hatfield, consider yourself off duty for tonight.
Slight shrug, takes a seat.
I was going to come back and ask if you wanted to sit at the child's seat, but okay.
The kids' table.
Yeah. And she shuffles back in. The old man in tow says, "Well, who would like their glass filled first?"
Me.
Wonderful. Ebony, darling? Ebony, darling?
Acheron just beat me to it. I was going to ask for it as well.
Well, it's quite all right. He has 2 arms and 2 legs. Currently.
Do you have future plans for him, Grandma?
Maybe. It depends. He's quite drunk at the moment.
Oh, I see.
Does this count as a marinade?
Yes.
No, it's wine.
Oh, I will have some wine, sure.
Wonderful. Well, come forward, bring your glasses, and she will just
Absolutely.
slash open a vein upon his arm and just let it trickle into glasses one by one, filling them all. Everyone taking a glass?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did Hatfield say no?
Yes.
Not a problem. Those of you that took a glass, you may slake one hunger. And if you want to top up or you want another glass, just let me know. Where did your friend go? Sloppery? Are you there?
We'll get
Flip.
him back on the line soon, Grandma. He's
Did he
apparently
fall
in the
off?
middle of something. He did. You know, sometimes these things can't be reliable, these devices. So, but we'll get him back soon, I promise.
I'm very sorry to hear about your fall. I hope you landed safely.
It stifles a giggle as they're drinking their wine.
For a starter, Uncle Buck, a horse bred from the famous racehorse Arkle. Although not quite as prestigious as his predecessor, he won the Cheltenham Gold Cup twice and the Hennessy Gold Cup once. Barry, of course, is a leg man, but if any of you would care for the flesh, I'm happy to bring it out. Otherwise, soup bowls?
I think soup would suffice.
Soup,
Love.
definitely.
I hear
Yes, please.
Bartholomew here thinks soup is a very prestigious dish, you know.
Well, you know, refined taste from Bartholomew, for sure.
I won't be but a moment. Please feel free to talk amongst yourselves and get Slappery back on the line, of course.
Of course.
I'm just gonna, like, the minute Grandma's out, just looks at Barry.
See, I told you,
Bartholomew.
Grandma's great. Yeah, Ebony?
Barry, that's your full name.
Yeah, but you can just call me Barry.
I
I
like
just
that
want
phone
to.
name.
God. Now I've heard your name, Romy. That was interesting.
Yeah,
It's a lovely name.
Yeah, it's Romanian. It means Lily Valley, hence all the flowers in my home.
Oh, well, I
You
love
know?
flowers. So.
I can appreciate that.
See, I knew as soon as you guys met my grandmother, you would just think she's the sweetest lady.
She is. She's a dear. Although she is really
pretty.
going to eat that guy, right? Like, that was clear. We understood that. She's
Well, I
going to
figured.
eat him.
Yeah, he's food.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine. No judgment. I was just curious to make sure we were all on the same page.
Looks down
Oh,
at Glass. I think we're all currently eating that.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I said no judgment. But you really
Yeah,
do
there's
have a preference for leg.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, there's usually more meat on the leg.
Totally understand.
There's a
Ah,
sidelong
yeah,
glance to
myself.
see how Rose is doing.
Rose is having a fucking aneurysm.
So,
I'll try to call a slip on the phone he gave me.
We're sorry. The person you're trying to call has not set up their voicemail. Please hang up and try another time.
I was hoping you were saying the person you're trying to call, Slip, is not currently available right now. But if you'd like to leave a message for Slip,
I'm sure we'll get him again later.
Let's give him time.
Yes, he's not really social, is he? So makes sense. Wouldn't want to be on the phone too long.
Are there really that many social nos?
Bruh.
Fair. I'm talking
Well,
all this shit about Slip. I'm so sorry.
Maybe with each other. I don't know. Do
We
the
love
nos
our
all social
Slip.
with each other?
We do. We love him here.
Yeah, slip is awesome.
But yeah, no, I
he's
mean,
your fucking
I guess
leader.
I
Is he?
guess they're not.
Excuse me.
It's fair. It's a fair statement to say. But yeah, I mean, I think Nosferatu for the most part socialise amongst themselves. Which makes sense. They're not really a trusting lot. With reason, of course. It's not the bees. That
bees.
might be the hornets might be just Slip. That might be just the Slip thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Has Slip ever talked about the cuddle puddles?
The
What?
Cuddle puddles. What is that?
What the fuck is that?
He has never mentioned cuddle puddles on any of you.
Okay.
Never.
Good.
Then Barry does not know about the cuddle.
No.
That's the fucking shit about the cuddle puddles.
None of us know about the beautiful cuddle.
Out of character, Rose, would you care to enlighten us?
Yes, out of
oh yeah, Nosferatu cuddle puddle. When they sleep, they all have to sleep in a big cuddly puddle because that's how they roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the information network works. It's canon.
Yeah, it's
That's
canon.
how Violet made them.
Well, all right, I'm learning things.
City to city, forcing the Nos to do it.
Yes, and now it's just tradition, so
Now it's tradition.
if we ever catch Slip in a cuddle puddle, we all get to take the mickey out of him.
Oh, not our Slip.
Right, but back to dinner.
Back to
Do you
dinner.
think she's gonna bring... Oh, wait, soup. That's right, we're eating soup. Okay, here we go.
The woman walks back in, holding a large tray filled with several soup bowls, either side of two large horse legs. The woman seems to handle with ease and experience as she goes around the table, placing a bowl at each of the coven's sitting placements, leaving Barry and herself for last. You may all slake one hunger, but do not go below one. As you are all eating together, is there anything you would like to talk about? With Grandma being there as well.
This is delicious, Grandma.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad you like it. So few kindred are able to enjoy the benefits of eating animals, even though some of them have got quite the status, you know.
Hmm.
This horse
Well,
itself is worth probably more than this entire restaurant.
Right, well, you know, I think every kindred has their own taste, right?
Oh, of course, of course. Would anyone care for another glass of wine?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Claude! Frenchman. French? Yeah, he's French. We'll shuffle over. And who wanted another glass?
Me.
Me and Akarat.
Okay.
It's-
She will
it's
fill the
not-
glass and hand it over to you. And this time it is starting to actually have an effect on you. Your dexterity and intelligence pools will have a -1 debuff for the remainder of the scene, as you are becoming intoxicated.
Wonderful.
Oh, perfect. Uh-oh.
Oh, this
Drunk.
is great, Grandma.
I'm so glad you like it, Bartholomew. Tell me, you're all Bartholomew's new friends. How did you all meet?
Work, really?
Yeah,
Work
yeah, we
colleagues.
got put
Yeah.
together in a coterie.
Yes,
See.
we had to do a little bit of research. And so they stuck us all together with our various skills and whatnot, and, you know, now we get on, as it
Oh,
were.
how wonderful! It's not often just because you're put together in a coterie that you form such strong personal bonds together. I'm so pleased that Barry has friends.
Yeah, we're becoming quick friends, especially Slip.
Well, you know, Barry
Where-
is a stand-up guy.
Is Slip coming back? Is he okay?
I tried calling him back, but he's still having some issues.
Oh,
Mhm.
he must have fallen quite far.
Yeah, I think he's.
I say, Slip, keep trying.
Does Slip have the earpiece in? Like, that's on?
Pro-
I'm just curious.
Probably.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
If it's within range, yes. Is the restaurant within range? Shiv?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, it can be. It can be if you want it to be now, yeah. It's very plot. Relies very much
Over
on
the
plot.
earpiece. Over the earpiece.
I was gonna
Is
ask. 'cause I
Barry
was gonna-
listening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, I was willing to play off the served out of a history teacher as a joke, but once the word vessel got dropped, I had to go.
I
Wine's
see.
carried in
Makes
vessels. Around 100.
Grandma, how long have you been in the city?
Oh, in this city, we've been here 2 or 3 years now. We moved down from the Highlands, you know. You can tell from my authentic Scottish accent that Pixie would kill me if I used.
Amazing. Right, so what made you move here?
Well, it was getting cold and chilly, and there's so few people, and there were just events within the family.
Understood, of course.
The Duncerns
entire
moved down
family?
first, and we followed suit.
Ah.
God, I hope it's.
all
Is it
right.
the Duncerns, Noscavian?
Yes, I believe that's the one you're thinking of. Yeah.
So
I don't know who that
Um,
is. Sorry.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
I see. Well, what
Is it the
clan
whole?
are you, darling?
I can't tell.
Oh, you should know the Duncerns. They're part of the family.
Yeah, the person that watches
Bankers,
over me.
accountants, wonderful, wonderful leeches. And they're kindred too.
Yeah, I spoke to Barry not that long ago because, I was curious about how that works because bloodlines and stuff, but I don't know what bloodline I'm from in.
Well, it's It's getting a bit muddy these days, which is fine. We love being just one big happy family. Technically, we were allowed in. We've kind of been adopted, you know. We're not truly part of the same bloodline as the rest. We just hung around for the fancy parties.
Wise.
But we share many common things, have lots of common ground, and we were welcomed in thanks to our experience and knowledge. Eats a bit of horse.
Your
Nom, nom,
knowledge.
nom.
Yes!
What sort of knowledge?
That of what lies beyond the shroud of oblivion.
Ah. See, that's right. Your clan can see the other.
Some of us. Everyone in our specific clan, that was one of the many things that we did. Of course, the Giovanni also do it, but we have a different style of things, and now that we've come together, we can share information and exchange methodology. Most enlightening. Have you been to Club 30s?
I mean, I have, yes.
What did you think?
I have
Isn't it
not.
wonderful?
Yes, it's very nice there.
Specially set up by the Hakata.
What is I've not been there.
I'm
What
not
is the
a club.
experience?
I'm not a club person. I mean, as you can see, it's not my bag, as the kids say these days. But
That's right.
it's been set up as a sort of independent Elysium. Everyone and anyone is welcome, be it from the tower or be it from the Anarchs, and they just welcome people in. I believe it's not just people who are our kind there either. Give Rami a little bit of a...
Interesting. Ah, interesting. Very interesting.
But
And
Continues to sip wine.
go ahead.
Our family has some of the best recipes we've passed down from generations. Grandma's like the best cook.
No, absolutely. This is magnificent, and is eating.
You wait until you see the main course. This is just the starter.
I'm
Rose
quite
dear, are
excited
you
to see
okay?
it.
It's lovely soup. Thank you, Grandma.
I'm so glad you like it. Hatfield?
There is a slight nod from Hatfield, who is still just being quiet.
Ms. Abney?
It's delicious.
I'm so pleased. It's so rare I get a chance to cook for so many people. It's truly an experience for me.
Oh well, Barry doesn't bring all his friends to his grandma. We must be special.
Oh, you're his first friends.
I see. Well, we treasure.
He ate the others.
Bartholomew. Oh,
Did
wow!
Did you really?
Yes.
Amazing.
How else would you celebrate friendship and guaranteed that they were always with him wherever he went?
There is a degree of intimacy there that I can see. I completely understand.
Oh, I like the way he
alright.
thinks, Bartholomew. You should stick close to him.
Yeah. Plus, these days I'm a lot better at
Not eating your friends?
Well, yes. I don't let myself. I'm very good at not starving now. I like to keep myself well fed, and then I don't have to get too hungry.
Oh,
And
my
you
little
are on
Barry.
the list.
Slip, are you back? Are you there, Slip? Can you hear us?
Go
Unfortunately,
get Granny an
Grandma-
earpiece.
Unfortunately, Grandma, the telephone sometimes just isn't reliable. Signals and such in the air.
Oh, yes, the
some
5Gs.
Those, yeah, absolutely.
What happened to
so
the
at some
ABCDEHs?
Sometimes it's just not enough. I guess is what happened with that. You need 5 of them.
Can you tell me? Can you see the G's? Are they in here? Am I touching
They
one?
are... No, you see, and that's the thing, Grandma. That's why we can't get Slip on the phone, because they're not in here.
Oh, but that
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yes, I don't want
Yes,
any of
yes.
those G's in here.
I think at this point, because like I'm starting to get intoxicated, Akron is very much like lounging, like very relaxed, just like fully king at a feast sort of pose here. But yeah,
You remember your first friend, Barry? Nathan! You ate him. You didn't even chew him before you swallowed. Never seen such a growing boy. And grab Barry's cheek. But you're getting so much better and bigger now, aren't you?
Yeah, Grandma. Yeah, sometimes I had trouble controlling my appetite, and I just got too hungry.
you know,
You remember
but
what happened
that's
to your
all
brother,
right.
Bort?
you have a brother.
He had a brother.
Did you eat your
You
brother?
ate your brother.
We both did.
Incredible. Family bonding is important.
Is that like a normal, like a ceremony?
Sarah, what? No, we just ate him.
Isn't that what happens when you disappoint your parents?
I wouldn't know. I
what?
didn't know my parents.
I
Actually, I didn't either.
I think what's important is that it's about family bonding, right? It's something you guys got to do together.
Yes.
And as you said earlier, Bort's with you forever now. So that's really the important thing. The lesson really in that.
I see.
And there's like a look. There's a look that Acheron gives Barry where he's like, "You ate your brother, homie? That's what you did that though?" You ate your
Fucking
whole
did
ass
now.
mother. Amazing.
I'm filling in your backstory for you, Noscavian.
You ate your whole ass brother. Incredible. That's the
No,
look.
we started with the
Thinking.
feet. We left the ass for last.
Oh, like there's all families have ground rules, and when someone just goes off the rail and endangers the entire family, I mean, that stuff happens. It's normal.
You've got to do what you've got to do.
But what did they do?
I think that's less important.
I'm just curious.
Everyone needs to make sure to uphold the Masquerade and other similar values, and if you just start
Bartholomew, it's okay. You can tell them he ate his own ghoul. The problem was, his ghoul worked for the government.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just a bad choice then. In
so many
rulemaking.
questions.
Yeah. Well, not something you have to worry about now. He's no longer with us.
But they never caught on when we were serving them goulash that week.
Sometimes it really just be that way. You got to do what you've got to do. That's
Exactly. Of course. Now I see you've all
Rose
finished.
just looks horrified. Rose is just horrified the whole time.
Low key, Hatfield would have been pretending to eat, but surreptitiously every now and again, just like pouring a little bit of soup into Ebony's bowl, pouring a little bit of soup into Rose's bowl.
Make your bowl look less full.
Gonna just gently pat Rose on the shoulder, like it's gonna be okay. It's okay.
I have something very special for the main course. Bartholomew told me you'll have... Oh, sorry, Mr. Acheron, please.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm very excited. I've never had this kind of experience before, so I'm very intrigued at what you have ready for us.
Well, something very special. Bartholomew told me you will have discerning taste. I wanted something fresh for you all, too. Would you like me to bring it in?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Of course. Hang on, let me gather up your dishes, wash them up. Barry, dear, entertain our guests. Tell them the story of that family that came in that time. You know, the ones that had issues with the spaghetti parmesan? The woman serenely collects the dishes and makes her way into the kitchen. There's the sound of crockery knocking into each other as Grandma washes up. Is there anything you'd like to talk about, Barry?
Yes, you know how sometimes you get people who disrespectful in your establishment. What do they call them? A Karen. A Karen, yes. And oh, she was making all sorts of threats and accusations and saying that we had to cooked her meat 3 different times. She kept sending it back. Just all sorts of problems. The lettuce.
So you cooked her meat 3 different times?
No, the meal she ordered.
Oh, alright.
She just kept sending it back and saying how cooks didn't know what they were doing. Either it was too pink or not pink enough or whatever. And then the lettuce wasn't wilted the correct amount or it was too wilted. And she just... all sorts of problems. And she started saying that she found that, I don't know, she saw something. I don't know. Whatever. Saying that she's going to report us to the health inspector or this, that, and the other. I think she's just trying to get a free meal. So we apologized profusely and invited her into the kitchen for her free meal. Yeah, there's a little bit of cleanup work after that. That's one way to deal with a Karen.
Barry beat her to death with her own shoes.
I love that quote.
The layer of disrespect to be beaten with your own shoe. But you know what? She deserved it.
She did say the meat was like shoe leather. And that was after she asked us to cook it 3 times. Which, that's her own damn fault.
Grandma Bean reappears holding the hand of a fairly blank-faced middle-aged man. He is dressed in an extremely expensive-looking suit. Barry recognizes the man from his childhood. He was apparently very successful in life, making a small fortune from a red sheet of bubble wrap named a tension sheet. I know JJ will get that reference. I know Barry has been looking forward to this for a very long time. This is Alan Jones, a very affluent man. Kept a close eye on him and waited for a special occasion. Given him a very special diet to enhance his flavour. It will be a delight. Nice and pliable. Now, Alan, go lay on the table. Man doesn't even turn his head. And walks away from Grandma Bean towards the table, crawling onto it, and lays on his back in silence. Please, don't stand on ceremony! Dig in! Dig in! Bartholomew, I know you're enthusiastic, but let the others have their fill first. You know the rules. Guests first, then us.
I have a question, Grandma.
Of course, Mr. Acheron.
Are your walls soundproof?
What? Little joke there. Yes, of course, of course.
Good to know. See, I like when they make a little noise. They scream.
Oh, say no more! Cleaver, chop. Screams.
Cool. Immediately, there's this wild smile on Acheron's face, and they immediately latch onto their arm and drink.
Not even going to make you do a predator roll. You may slake 2 hunger, but do not go below 1. Barry, would you like a hand? She's literally giving you the man's hand.
Sure, Grandma. I was gonna serve you first if you wanted after our
Oh,
frenzy.
no. You're a growing boy, Barry. You must need your strength. Find lots of calcium deposits in the knuckles.
Oh, Thank you very much, Grandma. You're always so thoughtful.
Just gently patting at their mouth when they pull away. Just
Anyone else? You might want to tuck in soon. Looks like he's a bit of a bleeder.
he'll go bad if you don't.
He's right.
Rose will lean in and be like, I am. Biting.
Ebony's gonna go in. He's gonna die anyway, so fuck it.
Everyone
No.
who is not going to take a bite.
Hi.
I'm not.
Those of you that are, you may slake 2 hunger, but do not go below 1. Barry?
After everyone, all the guests get a chance to eat, Grandma, what choice cut would you like?
Oh, I've been eyeing up his cheeks, you know. The ones on his face.
Oh, Grandma.
Nice and meaty.
Naughty.
Good choice. The cheek meat is always the best. And then Barry will take his cleaver and will go up to like either side. You know, kind of like a barber like holds a head to shave it, except he's just going in with the cleaver and just slicing off the cheeks either side.
Careful of the eyelashes. We don't want any hair in there. That'll ruin the flavor.
And then he'll place the 2 cheeks onto Grandma's plate.
Very good, Barry. Very clean cut. Yes, I think you got all the delicious meats in there as well, and just a little bit of fat for flavor. I'm learning very well, Barry.
Thank you, Grandma. Thank you. I've been practicing.
It's showing. It's showing.
He'll chop off some more of the guy's arm for himself.
And of course, you may slake 2 hunger. I assume that you and Grandma Bean are going to just eat this man like a leftover chicken.
Akron is watching with like equal parts absolute fascination and sadistic enjoyment, like equal parts.
and the blood is thick, rich, and flavorful. Everyone who did take a bite, you have a disgracia. Manic high. You may add 1 die to all tests until you fail a roll. After that point, you subtract 2 from all of your tests. For the remainder of the night.
That was fantastic.
So
very
glad
good.
you enjoyed it.
Maybe I'll come around for dinner more often, Grandma.
You'd be most welcome to. Most welcome.
Perfect.
Now, Ms. Appley, would you help me clean up, please?
Ebony, that's you.
I'm aware. Just took me a moment to register.
Alright.
Not want to upset the cannibal, but I'm really upset.
Do you want me to help you?
No, it's all right. Ms. O'Boney will help me, I'm sure.
I'm just gonna stare down Barry, like slightly shaking, like you son of a bitch. I will end your life. I know your grandma. All right.
What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing, Barry. Talk about that later. Of course, it's Ebony, ma'am. But I will be happy to help you.
I'm so sorry, Ms. Ebony. She'll start scuffling around, picking up the plates and things. Just return afterwards with a nice clean table. Sat down, she has her own glass of wine. Would anyone else care for another drinky poo, a top up? He's looking a little anemic, but I think we might be able to get a glass or 2 out of him yet.
Oh, I'd love another.
Absolutely. I think I need it.
Of course. And once more, if you're not already there, you may slake another hunger. You're going to get a little bit more intoxicated, but do not go below 1 hunger as well. So... Sorry?
Oh, I'll just get 2 glasses is enough for me. I'll need to sober up.
Of course,
So I'm
Bartholomew,
cutting myself off.
You've obviously got a night ahead of you. Ms. Rami, you are of the Hakata, you say?
Yes.
Then we are practically family. Let me tell you a few things you obviously need to know. Do you know what the beckoning is?
I'm debating if Rami would know, sorry.
Entirely up to you.
I've heard of it. I think my professor has mentioned it a little bit.
Of course. It is becoming more and more troublesome every night. Oh, Barry, while you're in the back... so while you're in the back, could you get the biscuits?
Better go fetch the biscuits.
Now, this is why we're not seeing many of the elder kindred anymore. Supposedly, they're all running off to the Middle East to fight in some Gehenna war or something, but did you know it doesn't affect us?
It doesn't affect Takata.
No, does not. No one's quite sure why. Some strange quirk in the blood. Perhaps someone here tonight is feeling just a distant call? Are you feeling a distant call, Slip?
Oh no, I'm in the Middle East now. Ah.
Grandma,
Yes.
what else is the Hakata immune to?
I'm not entirely sure aside from that. I suppose it varies as well from bloodline to bloodline. Not every Hakata needs to eat flesh. Not even every of our bloodline, the Nagaraja, need to eat flesh any longer. But it does seem as if whatever it was that changed causes a great pain to those they feed upon.
I see.
Did you know the prince is apparently quite old and supposedly went to the Gehenna War, but she returned?
Is that often heard of?
Never. Have you heard of it, Slip?
Oh my god.
You might as well call back, mate.
No.
I might look over the earpiece, tell Slip, we're allowed to talk. I don't know why I always forget because I don't use it too much. We're allowed to talk about kindred stuff over the earpiece, right? Or is that we're not supposed to?
I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah, it's secure enough.
Okay. It was part of me I wanted to tell Slip what Grandma Bean was saying, essentially.
Although it might look a little weird that you're having a conversation with no one.
No, well, she's also writing in her journal, so it might just look like she's thinking out loud.
Ah, gotcha. Wow. So, Hakata apparently immune to the call of the beckoning, and somehow the prince managed to leave the beckoning.
Yes, it's interesting stuff, isn't it? Very interesting.
Very indeed. Have you ever heard the name Mr. Rat? Grandma?
Several times. I've known many Nosferatu in my day.
I was thinking the same thing. I was having a conversation earlier, but right. Oh, because we've heard a little rumor about someone named Mr. Rat.
Oh, Do tell, I love a good rumor. Don't I, Barry?
Well,
Oh, yes. Grandma always likes the gossip.
the hot tea, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Barry
Little
brings the
rumor.
biscuits back.
the little rumor is really that Mr. Rat may have been involved with
Nope.
some things. You know, some things that they shouldn't be doing.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
like what?
I was just curious if you heard anything. You know, I imagine a talented woman like yourself has good ears and hears whisperings.
I hear many whisperings. You might have to be a bit more specific.
Whisperings about... How do I word this?
How does she word this, Slip?
We're not supposed to tell people about the blood plague, I think. She might know, but I don't know.
I'm trying to get
Boiled
information.
meat.
Yes.
The
Hatfield.
spoiled meat problem, Grandma. Remember I told you about that?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We have to be a bit more picky, and it doesn't seem to cook out or anything. It's kind of like British beef.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. So I was just wondering if you'd heard anything more detailed about it. That's all. If not, it's totally okay.
I'm afraid I haven't, young lady. Young lady, young man, even.
It's fine, I've got a pretty face, I get it.
It does look delicious.
That's all right. I take that as the highest of compliments, Grandma. Yes, no, you know what? You have spoiled us with this meal. I appreciate it.
It's been my
greatly.
pleasure. I mean, you are Bartholomew's friends, and I can't wait to see what mischief and capers you'll all get up to. Scrumping
No,
for
there isn't.
accountants. I'm sorry, Ms. Rami, what did you say?
I was gonna say, Barry's always telling us he'll cook for us, and we always turn it down, but maybe we should give him a try.
I'm so glad you did. And, it was very nice to meet you too, Slip. Oh, I'm sorry, Slop.
No, it's Slip. You had it right the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, it
right.
is. Oh, lovely, lovely.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for calling you Slap.
I'm sure he'd forgive you. You know, he's a gentle soul, he is, so I'm sure
I hope he
wouldn't have
recovers
a
from
problem.
his fall. I hope you recover from your fall.
I won't, but
Wonderful.
thank you.
I imagine
Yeah,
he's saying thank you
Slip's a
right
great
now.
guy.
Yes.
Well then,
But
before
yes.
I let you go for the night, is there anything you'd like to ask me?
what is your most embarrassing story about Barry?
Oh, well, that would be the duck incident.
The
Meanwhile,
duck incident.
across the city, inside the coterie haven, Slip shuts down the program, the phone he used to attend the meal with Grandma Bean. The haven is basically empty. Persephone is there, the mortal they borrowed is there, Jim is somewhere around. But Slip, for all intents and purposes, has allowed himself some privacy. Feeling comfortable having moved into the haven, he knows he has some time to do whatever it is that he wants to do before the rest of the coterie arrive back. Slip, you have a note handed to you from Acheron. I believe you also have intention to do something else. What would you like to do?
Earpiece turned off. On the table, have a sit down. Pop that apple open.
inside the apple, you find a folded up note. And when you open it up, ST, would you like me to read it, or would you like to read it?
I think we would all enjoy you reading it, please.
Oh, okay. Right, so inside you see is a poem. It says, I was angry with my friend, and I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe, and I told it not. My wrath did grow. I watered it in fears, night, morning with my tears, and stunned it with smiles and soft, deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden he stole, when the night had veiled the pole. In the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. And for everyone's reference, that's Poison Tree by William Blake.
Okay. Very nice, I think. I don't think that's a threat. Is that a threat? I don't think it's a threat.
He'll tuck the note back in, shut the apple, and steal it away and hide it somewhere within the haven. And then he will return to that area after stowing the apple. I don't know, some hidey hole, because he's currently working construction on this location, so it's somewhere. It's somewhere. He does sit down and take out a different phone, not the one that he used with Barry. That one has been smashed to pieces already. And he is going to dial a number that is not in the phone. It is one he has long since memorized. He is calling the number that he has carefully secured and kept away for Marcelina.
When you call it, it of course rings a bunch of times, then it goes to voicemail. And you hear, "This is Marcelina. If you have any business inquiries, please redirect your call to the family." And Maribel, if this is you calling me again to talk about Slip, I don't want to fucking hear it. Just call the man. And then beep.
Crazy,
Oh
she
my
recorded
God,
that
I
while
forgot
being
about-
killed by the Second Inquisition.
Hey, Marcy. Must have just missed you. It's Sean. Just a few quick updates, I guess. Finished moving into the new place? I know, another new place, right? New roommates, too, but I'm just so sick these days, I cannot help it. I need the assistance. Speaking of which, test results are looking pretty bad. Like bad. Doctor doubled my dosage on the treatment. I think it almost killed me, actually. Had some, friends wake me up. Not doing so good. Hopefully that gets easier, but I don't think I have got a lot of time left. On a lighter note, the Homeowners Association is taking a bit of a shine to me. They don't even mind the bird being in the house. All I had to do was keep the grass at a certain height for a while. Not bad, eh? Call me back when you get some time off, maybe. I know that's unlikely, but I'll keep in touch. Bye.
And he hangs up.
The knock.
Oh,
Someone rapping at the haven door.
well, that's probably fine. Go take a peek at that.
Skulk my way like a skeleton.
Flip heads to the front door, walking through the warm corridors, and cautiously opens it, where he finds a rake-like figure in a 3/4 length grey raincoat and dirty fedora standing on the doorstep. Slip knows the presence of the so-called Primogen of the Nosferatu back Slip. May I come in?
Oh,
Won't take a moment. Please.
of course. Please enter.
Thank you. I'll suck your toes. Man shuffles in and stops in the corridor, taking his hat off and exposing his less than average facial features, mustering an attempt to a smile. Mr. Slip, I only need to stand here. I'll be quick, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So I think Chopin spoke to you recently about Armis Farmer? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, they said you were available for give us a hand, do a little bit of work. Yeah? Is that right?
Yes.
A bit of work? Over in Min's Business Park, west of the city. Just beyond the Baron's Court, you'll find Armis Farmer Regional HQ, and being the Baron's domain, it's fairly devoid of anarchs. Save us, of course. But yeah, you'll be okay if you drive there. Is that okay so far? Yeah?
And this is outside of the prince's city?
No, it's still in the city. It's in Botley. Just
Then I've got no problem so far.
great big tower that the Baron sits in, uses it, and looks over his domain. And then, Mr. Slip, it's the best way, and, well, really the only way in without being found, though, you see, is through the neighbouring building. It's currently being used by the Church of Set. And I mean, you could do that whole punch your way through kind of thing. You could sneak your way through as well. Bring the rest of the coterie with you, because backup, right? It's good to have some friends. Yeah, right.
I suppose. Are the Church of Set allied with this Baron?
I mean, they're the Church of Set.
So they're allied with the Church of Set.
Yeah. But I mean, they're tolerated in the Anarch territory. Obviously, they're in the Anarch territory, so there's that. Once you get in the Setite offices, you'll want to head to the second floor to the administrator's office. Somewhere in his office, you'll find a way into the Armis building. And it gets a lot easier once you're in there. And if you find any security, they'll all be kind, but stick to the upper floor. The lower floor is riddled with cameras, and we can't risk anyone being found. And you'll want the manager's office in Armis Farmer. When you get in there, plant one of your bugs on the PC in there. The electronic kind, not your,
Sure.
And in
You wrote
return...
all of this down for me, certainly. Right?
Yeah, I was told that you would need it on a piece of paper, which I have.
Appreciate you.
And in return, as payment, any information you find on that machine is yours to keep. As payment. Totally yours. All for you. Is
All right.
Is that okay?
It's all right.
Yeah? Kind of want it done tonight, you see.
This very evening?
Yep. I mean, I suppose it's getting pretty late. You can go tomorrow night. I won't tell. It'll be fine if you go tomorrow night. If you want.
I mean, the rest of the coterie has been off drinking. Probably a little tipsy. Tipsy-whipsy.
They went to have a good time without... I know what that's like.
Happens. Tragic.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night's fine. Yeah? Is that... We good? Yeah? Good.
I'll see what the others think. If they're good enough, we'll go tonight. If not, tomorrow.
I mean, the time is pressing, isn't it? The time is pressing. So, yeah. Have a little chit-chat. No pressure. No pressure. Yeah? It's only me that's going to get beaten by everyone else if it doesn't happen. So, you're fine.
I will keep that in mind.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see myself out. Thank you. Hat back on. Moonwalk out. I don't know.
Shut the door. Bob.
Moonwalk.
What the fuck was that?
Technically, it's always a moonwalk. It's night.
All right.
I just like the idea of Bach, right? Going like full on Michael Jackson, so just like throwing the hat on and then moonwalking.
Schmong. A little while later in the
Simple.
evening. Yep, sorry. Go on.
He will turn around and get back to updating the Haven with all the shit he brought from his own.
Absolutely. And the rest of the coterie will return a little while later, having finished dinner, all full, probably recovered from ingesting 2015 Beaujolais, and find Slip working away in the middle of the subterranean main meeting floor. Is there anything you would all like to talk about?
Unless Slip stops him, Barry would go up and give him like one of those like hug pat things. Like, Slip, I'm so happy you called and talked.
Oh, this is happening.
grandma.
Oh, you're touching me now. Yeah, no problem.
The moment they're back inside, there's just a sigh of relief from Hatfield.
Barry would go and turn to the security. So you guys had a blast, right? Like it was good. Dinner was good.
I absolutely did. It was great. It was delicious. It was a great time.
I'm glad you all enjoyed yourselves.
None of us died, so yeah. It was a good
We
time.
weren't going to die.
You don't know that for sure.
Is my name that fucking hard?
What?
You got to cut
Ebony?
her a break.
No.
She's an older woman, you know.
He's
Sometimes.
Ingrid.
And she's
Yeah,
an older
Ebony.
woman.
What world?
Did I upset you, Ebony?
No, you didn't upset me. Exactly.
She's scared that your grandmother was
I
going to
got-
eat her.
No, I was not afraid. Trust me. I was fine. I got mad. But the problem is, Barry, your grandma does worry me, so I couldn't really be mad at her. So I ended up being mad at you. That's what was going on.
What were you worried about?
Oh no, I don't think I can really yell at Barry's grandmother without risking
no, that would've
becoming a meal.
That would
Well,
have been rude, absolutely.
I guess
Also,
I
I've been
would
drinking.
prefer. I would prefer you yell at me instead of my grandma.
See, there we go. So, I didn't want to yell and be rude, so instead, I gave you a bit of a death glare. God, I have
Yeah,
not
no.
been drunk, ever.
There's a reason I
Really?
keep my mouth shut around polite company.
No, I've never been drunk.
I feel great. This is wonderful. It's been an
Yeah,
age
about
since
that. How
Yes.
wasted are all of you?
I
I'm fine.
mean, I'm alright. Why?
Are you fine enough to possibly talk our way through the Church of Set and sneak our way into the armor building so that I
I'm
can plant
sorry?
a bug in deep search some of that good Armus Farmus?
Okay, well, hold on. Let's do a quick rewind. The Church of Set.
Yeah, that's what.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll
Uh-huh.
be in the city still, but in the Baron's territory. Ish.
I see. So, Anarch territory.
Yes, but if we are able to talk or otherwise sneak our way through to the second floor, we can cross over to the Armis Farmer building. If I can get myself to the manager's office, I can plant a bug and then...
Well, I mean, I feel fucking great. So, you know, if you want to go, if it's important to you, Slip, then
I
let's do
am
it.
okay with going tomorrow night. The only thing that happens if I don't go tonight is... well, nothing that affects me.
So, well then, so I guess it's, again, if we'd like to go tonight, then let's go tonight. Although I admittedly did drink a lot, I think I'm good, but you tell me. Is it like, because I can talk, that's not a problem, you know, but it's what you need for me to say that might be the issue.
Preferably after we enter the Armis building, we would be stealthy. And if you think you're a bit too wasted to be stealthy, maybe we don't go tonight.
Okay, alright, well, you know. Well, if that's the case, then maybe tomorrow night is better. I just, you know, I don't know if I could be that sneaky right now.
That's
fair. How urgent is it, Slip?
Well, Armis Pharma is the organization that we know has been working on researching the cure for the blood plague. So they're in it pretty deep as far as what we need to get out of them. So pretty urgent, I would say.
Yes. Also,
not-
I don't know how much you heard on the earpiece, right?
I mean, I had mine on, but I don't know if you was
right.
listening.
I don't know if he was, but right, we did find out that apparently Hakata are immune to the beckoning, which is really interesting, and that the prince was apparently called by the beckoning and managed to somehow come back, which is not a thing. Anyone who's called by the beckoning goes over there and fights the carnivores and doesn't come back. So, coupled with what we found at the lab, something about Hakata and whatever's going on with them makes them immune to certain things, which is really interesting.
Maybe they are immune to the blood plague as well.
No, because didn't I test my blood with the plague and it infected it? Yeah. No, we can be infected by it.
Oh.
It was just the plant thing.
Okay.
And I have samples of those, so I can always test to see what
Okay.
for.
So just throwing it out there, because like maybe, right? The white, maybe a Hakata. Which
Possibly.
they made those plants from, right?
Maybe.
Just
Well, you
some
were all
things.
gone.
Mm-hmm.
I completed upgrades to the Haven that I want to make. I want to do more, but that will take time.
Well, we're kindred. We've got all the time in the world.
It's looking awesome, Slip.
And we're going to get you a cure, so you too will have all the time in the world.
That is a nice thought.
We'll figure this out together.
Yes, so tomorrow night we go to the farmer and we get you in there so you can get the information you need.
Yep. Unlucky for that guy that it was dinner night, but he'll recover. I'm sure he's had worse.
Yeah. Well, if we're not doing anything else tonight, I'm gonna get comfortable, slip, whenever you're able, just have a conversation. And Akron will sort of just walk back to their room.
Slip will look down at his bare wrist, glance around, follow Acheron.
In the background, Hatfield just sort of sidles up to Ebony, tap on the wrist, questioning glance, because Hatfield did not actually eat at Barry's grandma's place. Hatfield is not that trusting.
Can I be heard?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, thank God.
Did I
was a
freeze or
little
did
scared.
you freeze?
No, we can see you. You didn't freeze.
Oh.
Hey, my audio just started to kind of come back in. Someone asked me a question? Did I miss anything?
Oh,
Feels
just that
hungry.
Hatfield sidles up to Ebony and tap on the wrist in a questioning glance because Hatfield did not eat at the dinner party.
Ebony's just sat on a couch, just looks up, still slightly toasted, and just like, go ahead. And just holds the wrist up.
Yep. So I would like to take a little sip from the boss.
You may take one. How much would you like? 1, 2, 3?
Just one, I think.
Just the one. And Ebony, increase your hunger by 1, please.
Bet.
Will reinforce the bond. I assume what it is, the current level still.
I believe so.
Are there any last minute quick conversations anyone wants to have before you day rest? Wonderful. In that case, we will bring an end to this week's Oxford's Ashes. Thank you all for coming and watching! Thank you all for coming and playing! This week we will go in order of most likely to be first, starting with Slip. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hey, I am Slippery Nosferatu. I stream here on Twitch. A lot of variety lately. Sons of the Forest in particular. Mondays I'm here as T103 for Shadowrun. Fridays I'm Slip of Clan Nosferatu. That's it.
Rose! Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Lady Data Scarlet. You can find me on TikTok where I play a lot of vampires, or Instagram or Twitter, and more things to come later.
Acheron, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi everyone. I do things. Yes. You can find me all over the internet as the Risa Rave. I do TTRPGs. I'm here on Monday playing Morningstar, and then here, obviously, on Fridays as Akron. I am also part of Lanyap Gaming. Currently, we're on a little bit of a rest, but we do have a YouTube, so you can see all the other stuff we've done, and it's more like BTM and other TTRPGs on there. Check it out, because I think we tell pretty cool stories. And then also, I am on Balsamic Games. March 14th, I will be with them during their Children of the Midnight Coven game playing Ixia, the Gorgon Witch. So yeah, check that out too. And then I also have like spicy links and stuff if you're into that. But, you know, be respectful or I'll pull a berry and eat you.
Barry, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Have you stroked your beard?
I
Gotta show up to the beard.
I am Noscavian. I play Barry every Friday on Vampire the Masquerade. I also play Jason every Monday on Shadowrun, run by our very own Cosmic GM. And I have some friends who write books. These are written by our very own Day. We've got Wordbreaker and Windswept. And I also have another friend who writes a book called Obelisk, The Long Dream.
Hatfield, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Debreakathon. You can find me here and now, being Hatfield, as I am and was. You can find me on Mondays here, being Mojave. I also stream sometimes over on my own channel, where I do crimes and giggling. I did the character art for the characters who have art. I wrote those books. Noscavian is so kindly holding up for me. And commissions are open. If you want me to draw art for you too, that is a thing that you can do. And also my dog says hi. You heard him jingling.
Ronnie, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Hi. I'm here Friday nights as Rami, and then I am on Twitter and Twitch as Spaces Rain. I'm playing a lot of Dead Cells lately, and I'm getting into more like multiplayer co-op stuff. So I will be playing Resident Evil 5 coming up soon with one of my friends who also streams, and I will be running a D&D campaign sometime soon. I don't have the date for it yet, but.
Ebony, last never least, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Am I last? My brain melted. I am Soft Anomicon, also known as Allfather Softy, and the Cosmic GM. I am Shiv's Hedgehog husband and a streamer variety. Video games, artwork. I'm an artist. I'm a lot of things. I don't know who I am anymore. My computer crashed earlier, so I broke. I am here as Ebony on Fridays. On Mondays, I am GMing the Shadowrun game with some of these lovely people who I love dearly. I have a Patreon where I'm making a coloring book of Periodic Table of Elements as monsters. My commissions are open. I'm not sure if I missed anything, but if I did, my friends are going to yell at me, so there you go.
I think you got everything.
Yeah.
You said the Pinterest, right? You said
Yeah,
the Patreon, right?
I did say the Patreon.
Okay, yeah. So we're good. You did it.
Check out the links down below for links to audio versions of our games, YouTube for VODs, and even a merch store where you too could own a lovely Table of Horrors mug, t-shirt, or other.
Hey.
I think that's everything. We'll be back 2 days to continue our playthrough with Sons of the Forest. We've got a new person joining us as well, which is going to be nice and exciting. And then the day after that, our Cosmic GM runs Shadowrun, and we'll be back next week. Next episode of Oxford's Ashes. I feel I've forgotten something, but I think that's everything. We'll go raiding on Eris Dysphoria, even though Slip stole her away from me. She is playing Sons of the Forest. But of course, legally, morally, objectively, financially, we can't go until Rami says the line.
Oh, stay tuned for more fucked up shit and fucked up prizes.
Yes.
Yeah.